Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there, YouTube land. This is Moz. We're coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box. This is an impromptu stream. We have the legendary V in the house. I think he's here. Let's add him.
I'm still here. I'm here, man. I just
You're
don't
here.
got my mic. I mean, my video working
All right,
now. I'm
fair
just
enough,
kind of because it was impromptu. It was last second. I just don't got anything working. But I'm just really excited for what we're gonna talk about. So
right. I couldn't
Yes.
wait, man. I was like, I'm up. This dropped. Hell with it. Let's jump
Are
on
you
this.
kidding
Right?
me? This is like the one thing I think this is more. I'm more hyped about this than any like cameo that Marvel might have up their hand. Anything that like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Hot Toys. This is it. This is the one I've been waiting for decades for,
Dude, and this is the part 2 one, man. This is actually probably the
one
best
promised
version of it you could get, really, in my opinion. I mean,
It is.
let's bring up some pictures here while we're talking about.
Yeah.
We might as well, right? Let's
Yeah. Bring it up.
this,
Bring it up, man.
hope this works here. Yes, good. All right, let's share that screen. Sorry, guys, we're just waking up. Well, I haven't gone to sleep yet, but
Neither have I. So that's why I'm like, I want to get my thoughts out before I gotta. I'll be too excited if I don't.
all right. Let's see. Here it is, guys, in all its glory with Mr. Fusion on it. Everything is just so beautiful here. Now, I haven't looked at any of the specs yet. Is this on Toys Wonderland yet?
No, I checked. It wasn't on there yet.
Okay.
Unless it was like the last second. So, they put it up there.
Well, Monica just got back from pre-ordering it. So I was just trying to get an idea. Say again?
No. I didn't know it was already up for pre-order somewhere.
Well, he's in Hong Kong. He ran to the store and pre-ordered it because that's how they do things there. They got to pre-order it or they're not going to get it.
Right. Gotcha.
So let's see.
I wonder how many he pre-ordered though.
Oh, he made sure to get his in. He's still at work, he said. So
Bro,
yeah, it's already up on Toys Wonderland, so we can get an idea of what kind of costs we're looking at. So on Toys Wonderland, the first batch is going for I guess it's not actually first. Well,
you can change it to US in the top right.
Yeah. First batch is 904.97. So
awesome.
What's up, Takathri? What's up, Bob Dylan? Eric Treater, CT603. So 904.97. That's going to probably be close to what it's going to be at Sideshow. Close.
That's so much money, but it's still definitely worth it. Still,
it's cheaper than what Ecto 1's going to be.
That's true. It is. It's cheaper than trying to get the original.
Let's see. No, go ahead. You can keep talking.
I was looking around, checking like, hey, what's the prices that's going for the original, and people are selling for $3,000. So I wonder how those will drop.
The original DeLorean's going for $3,000. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Right?
But this isn't the original one. This is the part 2. The original one was just part 1. What's up, Maximum Rex? It doesn't look like it's remote control, though. I'm looking at the features of it right now.
Okay.
It doesn't state what it's made out of, so we don't know if it's any die-cast parts or not. But it is probably fairly light because if we go and look at these pictures here, let me zoom out, and it's got a stand like this that it can sit on. So they're not going to weight it down with a whole bunch of die-cast if it's going to sit on this kind of... This doesn't look like it's a very sturdy stand either.
No.
So
I mean, this seems like the first stand that I've seen them use before too. Like I've never seen them use this kind of type of material for a stand on a vehicle, or any fig for that matter.
Takathri says Denobi's going to shit an egg roll sideways. He's welcome to come in here if he's around, man. I'll bring.
Yeah, he's going to be surprised because this is the one that was promised. You know, like this is the one why he didn't get a second one. Why he was waiting for so long on it. So
really, I think this is the only one you need because you can probably get a third-party kit to convert it to the part 3 one if that's what you really want. Because it's just some stuff on the hood, really, and maybe some white wall tires, right? I mean,
yeah,
a few little extra little circuit things you can just kind of place on it. You don't even have to glue it or anything, really. The white wall would be the most difficult part, I think. the white wall tires for it. So I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I'm just too wired right now. I'm on my Death Wish coffee just because I knew I was gonna be streaming.
Jesus Christ, man. Is it good? How's that Death Wish coffee?
It is surprisingly very good. Out of the ones that I've had out of my Keurig, because this is a Keurig version of it, it's very smooth, just very, but it's strong. It's just very, for somebody who doesn't really like coffee and can't have sugar in it, it's very smooth.
I mean, that's a good thing. Honestly, if you're saying like, hey, I hate coffee, I'm gonna drink in this one, that's a great endorsement.
Yes. I did put like a pinch of sugar in it though, just to kind of.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with a little bit sweet.
Well, you can't even taste it. I don't even know why I did it. But so this thing's gonna be 72 centimeters in length. All my rulers are in inches. Let's see. Centimeters are which one on here?
The bottom side. I don't know what would be the bottom side. I'm like an idiot saying that because it's like wherever you hold it.
The closer together thingies, right?
Yeah. The one. We're so American. Hey, which one's centimeters?
But is that a centimeter or a millimeter? I'm so confused.
It will say cm on there.
We can work this out. This I have the tools. Hold on. I gotta put you to 0, then go to 10 millimeters, and that will be a centimeter, and that'll give me an idea what I'm looking at. There we go. Okay, so what I would have assumed would have been like half an inch or whatever is 10 millimeters. Science. All right, so hell, I'm not gonna do math, but it's about 70 some odd centimeters. This is 35 inches. So yeah, like 2 of these almost.
Wow, that thing's huge.
This is 2 feet. So
yeah.
Oh wait, it can't be 2, not 35.
Wait, that'd be 2. That'd be. I'm sure it's as big as the other one. Like the tumbler, it can't be bigger than the tumbler.
It's too late. Science.
I'm sure we can Google it. Be like, hey, this how many inches the centimeters for?
Yeah, we can. But I was trying to be more fun. But it's got LED light up features, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like a CT603 for sale, Razor Crest.
yeah, man. Throw it up, man.
Actually, I would personally, I think I'd prefer the Razor Crest. I'm not knocking this car at all. It's just that I don't want to go down to the rest of the line. I don't want to end up getting Doc and Marty because you need them in order to buy the car. In my opinion, you need at least one of each of them.
Yeah, to have the car. You need either you need the Wild West version or the OG version because those are the ones that are only be available unless they do a 2.0.
Well, you can try to track down the Part 2 ones. They just didn't remake those.
Yeah.
So they are there, eBay and whatnot. But yeah, and really the Part 1 ones will work with this, but you do need a Part 2 dock. But a Part 1 Marty can work with this because at the end of Part 1, it's got the hover conversion and the Mr. Fusion.
Yeah.
Because he says roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. What's up about Future?
Oh my god, about Future. What do you think? Because you have half the name of the car in your name.
That's how you want to play that. All right.
Yeah, that's my gambit, dude. That's all I got.
So let's see what it has with it while we're waiting on that response. 1/6 scale DeLorean time machine collectible vehicle specialty features authentically and detailed likeness of DeLorean time machine and Back to the Future 2, as we went over, approximately 72 centimeters in length. Exterior styling features LED light up function designs on headlights and rear signal lights, wheel rims, so those light up too, as you can see here in this picture. Yeah. Undercarriage has got some lights. We'll look at that in a second. And reactor cooling vents. So the back, the back parts where the reactor would spew out its little whatever, it's going to light up. Functional gull wing doors. I don't know what it means by functional. Can you open it, or is it going to be?
Yeah, it means like it goes up and down.
I think you're going to still have to open them. It's not going to be like a button. Rotatable wheels can be folded and transformed into hovering DeLorean time machine. real light cable wires across body and detailed structure of the engine cover, including Mr. Fusion energy reactor, nuclear reactor, and reactor cooling vents at the rear car body. And then the interior design features cabin controls with LED light up functions, including dashboard, time circuits display, overhead panels, flux capacitor, and system display. That's awesome. All that lights up.
Oh, you kidding me? So you can look in and you can see the light the time display where they're going back to was it 2015?
Yeah.
Right?
It's got 2 seats, obviously.
Yeah.
Size to fit Marty McFly and Doc Brown 1/6 scale collectible figure accessory, specifically designed vehicle base for flight hover mode display. Don't even read the details. What? What do you mean don't read the detail? I'm so confused. I just read the details. I want to read the
Would
details.
you want it to be like...
But look at it, just the light up there. You can see the flux capacitor lit up back here. That's whatever. This
awesome. Is that Mr. Fusion?
Thing.
No, that's not the...
Mr. Fusion is over here.
Yeah. What is... I wonder what that green thing is. Yeah,
I don't know, but it's lit up. It's got light. Well, we'll take some more angles here. Hold on, let me go back. Because you see this here too? Look at that.
Yeah.
Orange lights here too.
Oh my god, dude.
The problem is it doesn't say anything about this being USB.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah, it doesn't mention USB at all, so you're going to need a soap reactor for this, for sure, if you're going to utilize the lights. But here's another little lit up bit here on the internal. I don't know what that is. The yellow greenish light there.
Not really sure.
This turn signal looks like it's lit up. This.
Yeah, in case you need to make a left or right on a.
Then of course you got all this is that port I was telling you about, the
exhaust.
Exhaust. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Of course,
I wonder if the license plate will be removable.
It'd be nice to be able to switch out to the out of time license plate, but it doesn't look like it comes with it. So I'll show you what all it comes with here in a second when we get past all this. But yeah, here's your time circuits lit up here, and the other time destination stuff here.
That's so cool. That's exactly what I was looking for.
And then your even your odometer and all that stuff seems to be lighting up here too. This whole board seems to be lighting up. I kind of want to get this, even though I'm not planning to buy a Marty or Doc.
No, you don't. But that's the thing. You don't need to, Maz. You really don't. Oh my God! Look, there they are.
Yeah, that's the old school ones, though, man. I wonder if they're going to re-release them. They're showing them with the car. What kind of tease is that? Here it is. Here's your car. Here's some figures we don't make anymore.
God, I mean, here's the thing. So the Marty obviously was released, but the Doc's going to be released later this year. So I wonder if they're going to do like an updated sculpt or like a switch out outfit or something like that. Probably not, but I'm hoping.
That looks like the original sculpt. If we go by the new sculpt for the the first movie,
yeah,
that's definitely not that.
No.
So I don't have the other one to compare. The Part 2 Marty with this Part 2 Marty picture here.
Yeah,
maybe Bob Dylan can get on that. I don't know. I know he likes to get on that. But here's
this is the money.
Here's the breakdown right here. But yeah, there's no extra pieces that aren't shown in the regular pictures. So this is just all different angles. This is your pictures though of what's going to be involved in this. The product thing where they show you everything. So that's what you're getting.
Honestly, man, I don't think even if you don't want to get into the line, you can definitely just buy this as its own. It stands so iconic on its own. Especially the Part 2 version is so iconic on its own.
Bob Dylan, he says, wait, what do you need? What I was asking about is if that Marty McFly head sculpt that they're showing teased with the DeLorean here, if that's the same as the original Part 2 or if that's possibly a new one. We weren't quite sure.
Yeah.
But, here's all the underneath stuff here. So
looks cool. I mean, there's a lot of details that they actually put in.
What's up, Eric Hinkie? How you doing today?
For sure, at Future.
If you don't mind, Bob, you don't have to get on it. I mean,
yeah,
you just like to provide that information usually. So
yeah,
when we mention stuff like that. So if you can do it side by side, that's awesome. If
like
not,
right now it's like 4 a.m. So I don't expect anything to be done right now.
yeah, well, that's why I'm not jumping all over it because I'll probably get lost and end up in a ditch or something.
Just like it's like, wait, Maz said it has all these things. He was the first one to say all of them. It's like, well,
Look at that, man. This is just beautiful right there, man.
it's coming, dude. I can't believe it's actually here.
I thought for a bit because I was looking at the Toy Sapien stuff, and I even mentioned in my last stream, the Toy Sapien stuff's got the original DeLorean there, and it just says sold out on its price sticker. And I was like, I was just kind of laughing at everybody. I was like, y'all ain't getting it.
No.
But Hot Toys said, yes, Maz was right. You're not getting that one. You're getting the part 2 one. Let's see. Bob Dylan says he's buying one for each of their children and putting it in a trust fund to sell when they turn.
Oh my god.
About future. Now I know why Hot Toys didn't make the glasses for Marty Part 1. The glasses for Marty.
His sunglasses. He didn't come with sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
So that was the one thing that because I had Marty one. I'm like, where the fuck? I'm sorry. Where the hell is his sunglasses?
He seems to think that the glasses might come with Marty Part 2.
I mean, was he there in that picture there?
Yeah, let me go find that picture.
Right
he's
there.
got some glasses there, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Whoa, this is heavy.
This is heavy. I got you, Future. I'm looking at my Marty right now. He has the watch at least.
I sent Lou a link too, but I don't know where he's at. I figured he'd be at work. He's probably sleeping at work at this point.
Maybe he's just everybody, dude. 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. I don't know why I'm even up.
But he's working. He should be up, right? He works all night, right?
Yeah.
I thought Lou was gonna be the gimme, guest that I could have on this show.
Instead, you got me.
Hey, it's fine.
The lovable chucklehead.
Been easier, been nicer. We could see your nice fro and everything, though.
I know. I'm just a disembodied voice at the moment.
It seems like that's the only kind of guest I can get is disembodied voices.
I just didn't. I just had it's just been a long day, so I just wanted to come in just to share the excitement with somebody and talk about it.
I'm not knocking that at all, man.
Honestly, man, like how did we almost I'm gonna say it, I gave up hope that this was actually gonna come out. Like I didn't think part 2 was actually gonna ever come out. I thought we were just gonna get part 1 again because of what they were showing, or even just a part 3 for whatever reason. They were just like, hey, because remember Don was saying, it's like, hey, they lost the intellectual rights to
the DeLorean.
Not the DeLorean, but to turn the wheels sideways. And that was the whole thing. That's why you never saw anything that was. That's why you never saw the inverted wheels. So because it belonged to. Don was talking about it. He's like, it was like 2 different things, right? It was like 2 different companies owed 2 different parts of it. So that's why they could never show that part, and that's why we're like, oh, I guess we're just gonna get 3 instead of 2.
Well, we thankfully got it all back. Now, hopefully, they'll make the train. We'll skip the DeLorean from part 3 and let's get the train.
Just get the 1/6 train.
The
one at the end.
Yes.
Good God, dude.
Dude, I would buy the train. I wouldn't even think on that one. I'd be like, train, bye.
Yeah, sure.
With the hover conversion?
Yeah.
Dude,
but I doubt sick.
I digress. I think we're going to see the Ecto 1 here soon, though, because of this.
This is. Listen, all right. Well, I honestly hope not. I hope it just comes out a little bit later, because if we have all that at once, where everyone's going to be living out their shippers. Like no one's going to be. Everyone's going to have to sell their house just to get all this stuff.
Yeah, but see, I don't like I said. This looks great. If I had the money to spend, of course I would own it. But I made the decision back in December when we knew the Ecto 1 was going to come. We heard from Blitzway. Blitzway's like, this is going to come. I talked to the wife, and I was like, the Ecto 1 is the one I'm choosing. So that's the one I have to stick with. Now,
So you're saying
if I
between
can
these
find
two,
$900
right?
in a cushion,
Hmm.
you know,
I'm
I might get this, but
That's true. It's true. I'm with you, man. I feel you. I feel you, dude. Because this is a hard decision. I'm more of a Back to the Future fan than I am Ghostbusters. I have to admit that. Like I love Ghostbusters, but Back to the Future is my jam. So this is 100% for me. Like if I had to do it with Sophie's Choice, this is what I'm getting.
Bob Dylan says they look like the originals to him as far as the head sculpts. I don't. Well, kind of. All right, hold on. Let me bring this up. So, well, I don't need to bring that up. We've already seen that one. Let's bring up this one. So this is the original versus
Whoa.
the extra crispy here. Let's see. Let me bring that back. Wait, where'd you go? I got too many windows here. There we go. Boom. So, haha, we can make it side by side without. I don't know. That might be a redo.
I think it's the lighting.
Photoshopping the hell out of this one.
Yeah.
Because this one's got stronger features. This looks like a vector graphics version of Michael J. Fox, whereas this one looks. This
Like
one's still off though, but it.
Like the textures is still loading in.
Yeah. But
that's all right, Bob. Don't worry, man. It's like Bob. You have the lighting of what?
Oh, this was actually taken from your
last
office?
recent of like Doc Ock.
You know for sure then because you were able to sit there and look at yours and compare it to the screen. So I'm going to take your word that this is the same head sculpt. Then I did not know that was specifically from your office. Good to know. Yeah. CT603 says, "Thank God I'm divorced." But the wheels are wrong. Hold on, let's go back to the wheels. What do you mean they're wrong, Takathri? What are you saying here? What are you seeing? What are you seeing that we're not seeing? What do we need to see for the wheels? Come back to us on that. Bob Dylan says, that's not to say they can't do a reissue, but I see no new R&D, maybe updated paint apps like we got with the other Marty recently. Okay. Doc looks younger, according to About Future. I didn't get down that far, but yeah, I definitely would choose the Ecto 1 because I have to choose. Thank you, Bob, for getting rid of that guy. Our Russian bots for the evening.
So if you, all right, so do you? Oh my God, there's so many things.
Oh yeah, you're right. Those wheels should be up in the wheel wells, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
For the hover conversion, they shouldn't be hanging that low. That is a good point.
Can you go to some other different pictures of the wheels? Like, are they? Do they?
I wonder if they are sitting on the actual wheels.
I mean, I want to know if they're inserts or if they actually flip down. Like, can you see they go the underbelly?
See, it looks like you pull it out and then flip it down and then maybe push it back in.
Okay. And they have internal LEDs, it seemed like, each wheel.
Actually, wait a minute. I'm not seeing a hinge here.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, here's your hinge right here.
You think that's what it is?
This empty spot here, so this would fold back up. So, yeah. So these are hinged wheels. They're not pieces. Well, there was all my sugar right there at the bottom of the coffee.
Got to mix it a little bit.
Well, what I don't like to get the spoons all dirty because those are the nasty things that end up laying around next to the coffee pot. So I try to put the sugar in and then hit go on the Keurig so that it would mix it, but it didn't. It just put it all down there at the bottom. Those are the breaks.
And yeah, that's how it happens sometimes.
I think I got one more Keurig left of Death Wish. I might drink that. I have to make it though. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody's chat window went crazy here. I don't know. All right. Yeah, About Future says this is the same system they use on the 1/18 scale DeLorean, which I'm gonna have to take your word for. I don't have. Um, if you're gonna mod it and fix that, if you want it to be in the wheel well, you're gonna have to take this whole piece off, because this, I think, is hardwired into the frame. Let's see if we can find another side shot that kind of.
Oh, it's almost there. That might be a best shot.
Downloaded all these pictures before we started, so I could go and do all this free zooming of it. Trying to get a nice clean shot of that side where the wheels aren't in the way, but it just black point just blacks out.
Yeah, it looks like they went in and manually blocked it out, though.
Yeah. Joniel Rodriguez, the price right now in Hong Kong, if you want first batch, is $904. And we're kind of using that as the inflated price over the States. It's probably gonna be around $900 here in the States if you're buying it here. Second batch Toys Wonderland is $669 right now. First batch $904. But you're probably gonna use that first batch to give you that inflated 35% or so markup thing that they do. So that seems to be closer than trying to guess the actual math, at least in the past when I've done the actual math with figures like Doc Ock. I was like, oh, it's going to be this. And I go over and I'm like, ooh, that's way different.
Yeah. So basically you look at the first batch, and sometimes if you look at the second batch and add 30%, that's the sideshow cost to it. So
sometimes, but Doc Ock wasn't like that. Doc Ock was like first batch price. So that's why I'm just using first batch price to give you a ballpark. It might as well go over than under so that you just have more money in the bank,
Yeah. You know what was interesting, and it gives me a little bit of hope, is that the tumbler was pretty much priced the same. So it's around 600.
1/6 scale, Joe Neal. It's 72 centimeters in length. So let's say 72 centimeters to inches is only 28.34 inches or long. So just over 2 feet long. So, well, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, like that long. That does you no good. Just say 2 feet. 2.25 feet, I think, is what Bob Dylan had said earlier with its size. But yeah, it's got full light up features on this thing, but it's not LED, or it's not USB powered. You're gonna have to put batteries in it and or get a soap reactor. I would recommend a soap reactor personally. It'd be a lot better in the long run. But yeah,
it's gonna be interesting how that's. I mean, everyone's gonna want to know the nuts and bolts. Like, is it gonna be USB? Is it gonna have all that stuff? Like, are they hiding it? Are they gonna mod it? Because that'd be really cool if it would be USB. But there looks like there's so many LEDs that are part of this thing that it can't be the case, because it's like there's just not one power point to it. Like if the wheels, the exhaust, the front, the headspace.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty damn nice, man. But as what Yonil was saying was it's gonna be heavy. I don't suppose it'll be too heavy looking at the stand that it comes with for its flight mode. I personally, though, I don't think I'm gonna have it in flight mode too often. If I were to have it, I really dig the whole sleekness of the car mode.
Honestly,
I mean, look at that.
I mean, that is always looking good, and that's why you should buy two. That's what I'm saying. Like, to get two. Sure. Honestly, man, because the thing is, like, you have it that way where it looks dope, but in the flight mode. But imagine having the flight mode on a having the flight mode, but having it on like a spinning like platform.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I know you can't have it with like with the wires and all that stuff, but that'd be really cool. But like, it would be.
I'm gonna let you talk about it real quick, V. While I get some more coffee, sir.
Sure, for sure, man. All right, so Rodriguez, definitely the greatest trilogy. Clone Collector, obviously this is the grail. Come on, guys, like everyone thought we were just going to get the OG one or even the third version of this one, right? This is like the one we thought we were going to get. Like this is the one we always wanted. We always wanted this forever. Like this is the one that's been teased since the first one came out. Like they put this one out when the Back to the Future 2 Marty and Doc Brown were out there. And we're like, oh, that's coming, it's coming, it's coming. We don't need to get another one. People didn't jump on the first DeLorean because of that, because we were thinking about doing this. And now we have it. Like, it's a weird, like, surreal dream to know that this is happening. I don't know what else to make about this. It's like, it's almost like, it feels like it's like an April Fool's. That's right, Eric. Yeah, I grew up with Back to the Future and Ghostbusters. Like, I want to get both. I just need to see the prices, and hopefully, when I have enough, I won't. I won't be broke, and I won't have to live out of my shipping boxes. Release window. I'm not too sure. Like, cause I got to go on Toys Wonderland to check it out. Just give me a second here. Because they'll have something on there. All right, let's see what they got. Okay, so it's Q2 to Q3 of next year. Makes sense. I mean, so it's a Valentine's Day. Hell yeah, dude! It for sure is.
That's what I'll do. I'll pitch it to my wife as, hey, maybe next year's Valentine's Day, I could have a DeLorean. What do you think?
Yeah, this is the gift to give.
Yeah,
For
I'll point out to the wife and let her make the executive decisions, but I'm not going to push her, man. Ecto 1 is where my heart's at. I'm sorry. I love both franchises, I do, but when you really bring it back, and if you want to really analyze it like I do, I overanalyze things. The science in Back to the Future is all kinds of broken.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole plot is like this dude's is in love with his mama.
Yeah, the Hulk and Tony Stark poked holes all through Back to the Future.
Yeah, Hulk was like, "No, that's a movie. We can't. That's not how any of this." So it's kind of funny. He's like, "What about Terminator?" He's like, "That's a movie too, man. Stop."
Yeah. Hot Tub Time Machine was the closest thing. That's the one they didn't tear apart.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't.
I love Hot Tub Time Machine. This is a funny movie. The first one, I didn't watch any of the other ones subsequent.
The second one, I don't know what happened, man. It was weird. It was a very weird movie. But yeah, back to this, man. It looks like those podiums are even LED.
Yeah, I can't decide whether or not they are, to be honest with you. You can't tell. I get the impression they are, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's just they're like a clear.
This is a clear stand.
I don't know. I think what we're seeing for the light here is just light bouncing off here. Hold on, Bob Dylan sent me another picture. What do you send me? What you got for me, Bob Dylan? Oh, we're going over this again. All right, we kind of moved on from that, but all right. Let's do that, and then
how'd they do that?
Do that. There you go.
You know it's floating there, though. The car is floating there.
Well, they Photoshop it that bit, man. Come on.
Did they, though?
Of course.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
Or they put magnets there. That'd be cool, too. Some
magnets. How do they work?
Yeah. Just polar opposites and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's bugging me now that you mentioned it, because I didn't notice that right off, that the tires in the wrong place. That they're really underneath the car like that. I didn't even.
To be fair, this is a prototype, so you know what I mean. Like we have a whole year. We're not even in the second quarter of this year, and it's coming out. So
yeah, This is true. This is true, guys. So they could come back and fix that, but it could
Yeah.
also be part of what Don was talking about with the license. They may not have the license to put it the way they have it in the movie, for whatever BS reasons. I mean, I can't imagine that would be a license thing. Oh, you can't put the tires into the wheel well because reasons.
It's like a Doc Brown thing.
Yeah. It's just, whoa, this is heavy. Clone Collector and Maximum Rex. Maximum Rex says you'd rather have the Ecto 1. I'm with you. Clone Collector, Blitzway needs to do something. Yeah, they do. They need to get their Ecto 1 out there, because I think people might blow their load on this and not have the money for the Ecto 1.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, we still like I said, man. There's a whole year for this one to come out, so
Yeah.
it'll be some time before they have to make a real big choice, because now Blitzway can be like, okay, so if people are going to get the DeLorean, when can we put ours out? When's ours going to be put out? Like, if I were them, it'd be like at the end of 2023. Because that's the only way I would look at it.
Bob, man, I feel bad for you, sir. I got 6 Maji cases coming in, though. I just got my email saying that that's going to be on a boat here at the end of the quarter. So if I were to get to, I would have room for both of them. I would have to kick some Hot Toys out that were planning to go in there, but I'd have room for the vehicles. But yeah, I feel you, though. I definitely don't have room for them right now. But that is why I had actually upped my Maji case order when they announced the DeLorean, or not the tease for the Ecto 1. I hit up Maji cases like, yeah, those 3 DF 120s I got? I need to add some 60s to that order. So, and they're like, I was like, well, how's that going to push me back? And they're like, it's not. So I was like, cool. Let's add it.
All right. So I want to push something toward the audience, because
Yeah, go ahead.
this is the one, because like, here's the thing, like, there's only a few iconic cars out there, right? That's like really iconic. Like, it's this one, the DeLorean, the Ecto 1, and there's one more that's actually going to be in a movie this year, and it's the 1989 Batman, the Batmobile.
Now, is that definitely going to
So
be in the movie? Because I heard rumors.
yeah, it's definitely in the movie. Like, I've seen it. There's productions, leaked show photos of it. You see, there's a teaser where Flash is about to unveil the Batmobile. So it's
Okay.
definitely in there. So, the one thing I want to know is, like, if you had to choose one, what's the one? What's the one you're going to choose? I know what you're doing. And I know what I'm doing. But I want to know what the audience is doing, because it's like, that's a huge deal. It's a huge one.
Well, we know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to reiterate it. I, of course, go with the Ecto 1, but I would also break my rule, and I'd probably find a way to make the Batmobile happen as well.
So if you had to choose, right? So you're Echo 1.
If I had to choose, I'd start digging in the couch cushions right now and be like, I'm going to have to get that Batmobile.
So Ecto 1 and Batmobile, huh?
Yeah. Well, just because any Batman can technically work with that Batmobile, and I have a Batman.
Okay.
So I can do that. But this, I would need to buy Doc and Marty, or at least Doc. And even though the Batmobile is probably going to cost more than the DeLorean, so who knows? It's crazy.
It is crazy. This is nuts. Like, we're in the year of vehicles. Like, think about this. Like, Blitzway has teased theirs. We now have a confirmation of the prime DeLorean that everyone wanted, and the Flashpoint is going to be showing the classic Batmobile, which means a re-release. And Hot Toys does not shy away from vehicle re-release. We already have 2 already, Tumbler and the Batpod.
They did a huge missed opportunity, I think, for the Batmobile for Flashpoint. I think what they should have done, this is my thoughts, is the 66 Batmobile. I mean, yeah, Keaton didn't technically drive that one, but it would have been a great way to bring that back forward too, for nostalgia purposes. There's no reason why he wouldn't be in that, because I mean, Burton's movies, his Batman movies, you didn't know what time it was. Yeah. I mean, it was like all over the place as far as the setting, what year kind of stuff it was set in. I mean, wasn't 80s. Like half of it looked 70s, and then half of it looked.
Yeah, it was like very gothic. So it was like the
Yeah.
1940s, like
So-
pulpy. It was very pulpy, gothic pulp. So
Clone Collector, though, I don't know where he gets his rumors from, but he's hearing rumors that we're going to see a Mark III as well. What are your thoughts on that? You
the
think we're going to
DeLorean?
see a Mark III? Yeah.
I mean, it would make a lot of sense that we would.
Considering they made us a Part 3 Doc and Marty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cut you off again. I apologize.
No, it's all right. No. I got distracted. I'm trying to think because like, I don't know. I mean, like, I would love it to have all of them. Like, I'd love to have this one and two of these and then the classic one. But I don't think I would have a pocket for that. Like, I maybe if they released it a year later, like in 2024, it gave some time to like build up some space, or I mean, it's a rough one, man, because this is like the one everyone wants, right? No one really wants the third one, like the one that's on the train tracks or whatever with the 1950s tires and stuff like that.
I think their best bet for that is just to make a kit to add to the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, magnetic, maybe like little magnetic pieces. Just plop them on there. The only thing is you'd have to be able to take the wheels off and switch them out with the white walls.
Yeah. I mean, Bob Dylan, if they waited 7 years, I'd be on it. I'd be like, yeah, 100%. I'll definitely do that. I'll be on that part. But I don't want to have them release the Mark III so closely after the Mark II or the Back to the Future Part II vehicle, because my wallet can't handle it, and two, the amount of spacing I would need to rearrange everything would just take too much.
So if they came out with both of them, you'd end up getting both of them, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
you would find a way to make it work. You get
both. Well, yeah, because like here's the thing: like I would love to have this in the flight mode and have it spin around and on a spinning podium, and then I would have the other one on like a Wild Western train track.
Yeah, you'd have to make a custom Lazy Susan that you could put the wiring for the soap reactor in through or something.
Something like that,
or even the soap reactor itself would have to spin with it, because otherwise the wire's just going to get tangled.
Yeah. I have to do some Tony Stark engineering.
Yeah, just to get that floating. I mean, and you still have the wires attached to it. Floating.
And it just goes to. I mean, I don't know. There's so many things, man. Like you got those two, and then you have the '89 Batmobile. What the hell? There's so many. Limit number.
That's a good question, Clone Collector. What kind of order size we're talking? Well, it's not going to be a huge run. They're going to be very close, I think, to what the pre-orders are.
Yeah, I think if you pre-order it, definitely get it. Definitely pre-order this one, because I think outside of.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I don't know. The Hot Toys is completely different now, because it's like, what's the ones that if it has a low pre-order, then yeah, it will get waitlisted pretty easily. But this is the one of the ones that people have been really waiting for and wanted to use or wanted to get.
But its price point's also going to be too high. Yeah, but I think the price point's going to limit the actual purchasing power between want and reality.
Yeah, I mean that will make the deciding factor. I mean, if it's closer to what the second batch's numbers are, like if it's 669, because that was right. That's the exact same price that the first one came out at. So it was about 665. So
yeah, well, I'd rather be highballing it than lowballing it, of course. But so they said 9. It's probably like more around 850 US is what it's going to be at, I think.
Unfortunately, I hate if it was that, but I mean, this is what all those sideshow bucks would be saved for.
Yeah, what you do is you just through the year, you probably have at least this year to sit on the pre-order, to not actually pre-order.
Yeah.
But you just sit on that, and maybe like next year, if I get like $200-300 in points, I might throw it at this, unless the Ecto 1 has come out, and then I'll be like, throw it on that. But because your points are only good for a year, so at the end of the year, then pre-order it.
What kills me is that the shipping and taxes are going to be the killer. That's why you need the points to kill the taxes.
Yeah. Well, that's
but
what the point they're probably going to knock down is all that. Yeah.
Yeah, the shipping is going to be ridiculous with this. I don't know what the shipping's going to be like for something of this caliber and this size and this weight. I don't know. I haven't had something shipped this big before.
Well,
I feel like I should say that's what she said.
you beat me to it because it's too late for me to think that fast. But
hey, you're the one with the coffee, my dude.
It's starting to kick in, but now I'm getting this little cough. It's weird. It's annoying. But yeah, the technology exists for what Bob Dylan was saying. Induction charging pad could be an option. Perhaps soap will make a whole new thing just for people to do that. I don't think so, but where you can put like the little battery pack for the, that you would normally hook all your wires into to like be able to hear that maybe to the bottom of the DeLorean. And then of course, have that get remotely charged by the charging plate that it's hovering away from. I don't know. Something. Brighter minds than mine could probably come up with something that would make it work. But let's see. Clone Collector says it's all good releasing all these great things, but like, does Hot Toys not realize how many pre-orders we have?
No, but that's the point, man. They want to get you on. They want to keep this hype train going. That's the thing about Hot Toys, man. They keep the hype going. Like every release is like exciting. Like there hasn't been one where everyone's like, nah, right.
Talking about exciting. What I ended up pre-ordering, and I don't know if you remember me talking about this before when Lane was all like, I got her an order and I'd give him shit. But I ordered the deluxe Wonder Woman.
Oh, you did? The golden armor?
I ordered the hell out of that. I was
that's
like,
awesome.
That thing is beautiful. I was like, I thought it was going to, all the promo pictures just did not do it justice. And when I saw people with it in hand, I was like, wow. The movie sucks, but that figure is beautiful.
It does suck. But I'm definitely getting that figure, but I'm just waiting for like to be free shipping.
Well, I had a $20 coupon because you could throw that on there.
Yeah.
And then I had $70 in rewards points and a $35 refund from the NRD for my Ash Williams. So I threw all that on the Wonder Woman. I was like, pooh, knocked her down to like 2 something. I was like, all right, that's much more doable.
Absolutely.
And of course, I got Pennywise last week. I've been taking nothing but pictures of him.
Yeah, I saw that. Your freaking photos are amazing, my dude.
Oh man, that Pennywise is beautiful. But today I don't have any pictures done. I didn't take any pictures for today. I was too busy watching. I've been catching up with my Seinfeld. I've never watched Seinfeld.
Neither I.
And I've realized I'm too. I was telling my friend that I'm too far through. I have to finish it now because I hate it. I don't think I've liked much of any of it. But there's something that somebody always, everybody's like, Seinfeld's the best one, and I'm like, uh-huh.
But have you?
And I thought they'd be like The Office, where you push through and you get past Michael Scott being completely just impossible to watch.
Yeah.
But no, George is impossible to watch still in season 5.
So here's the thing. It's like, so I would say you should watch Curb Your Enthusiasm more. I don't know, have you watched Curb?
Larry David? I've caught a couple episodes of that.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah.
And because what he does is like he makes it more grounded. Like in Seinfeld, everything's way over the top, right? It's like like cartoonishly over the top, and that's like the more of the punchline. He brings it back down and puts it into real perspective, but like in a way of where Larry David is like he has to be always right, or he's right in his way in the way he's thinking. He's like, you understand what he's doing. Yeah, that's the hilarious part.
I've liked what I've seen of that. I just haven't sat down and like watched it all straight out or anything. I've watched a few episodes of it and enjoyed it, but George on Seinfeld is like the most intolerable character for me to ever try to watch.
He's technically Larry David.
George?
Yeah, George.
Well, then he must have mellowed out a lot because then Curb Your Enthusiasm is nowhere near that bad. I mean, he's at least likable to a degree. I mean, George is just like, you just want to shoot him. I'm like, Jerry, just shoot him. He does nothing but ruin your day. Just get him out of your life.
Yeah. See, I haven't watched that or Friends, so I'm not like too
Friends big I enjoyed. So, and everybody was like, you should have watched Seinfeld over Friends. And I'm like, So now I'm finally watching Seinfeld because it was on Netflix, and I was like, "Hell with it, I'll do it."
Yeah, but Seinfeld's not like, what's like a really good show? It's like Arrested Development. Like that show is honestly like so smartly written. Like it's so smart that the lines are dumb to such a degree that it's like this is genius to like even think about. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, I was watching that, and then I decided to check Facebook and saw this thing dropped. I was like, "Oh, let's do a stream."
Holy shnikes. Yeah.
Holy shnikes! Let's get on to the DeLorean. So,
Yeah.
guys, who all is getting this thing? I know V is getting it.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, I get the impression he's buying it, but I mean, he can of course speak up and reiterate yes or no. And yeah, Denobi 2, I see he's got a stream scheduled for tomorrow at 3 a.m. And there's one already in the waiting room for that. What?
I don't know. I don't get that. So
This is Midnight Run Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean Mark II Hover Denobi 2 one waiting.
who
I'm like, okay.
So cool.
That's funny.
But yeah, I do
It's
have to agree
probably
with you, Clone Collector. I think those that are like that ruin their Mark One DeLoreans to do the hover conversion are like, you gotta be kidding me. They're kicking themselves. Freaking ruin the Mark One, my dude.
Dude, I feel bad for the people that have bought a Mark One, not just waiting to see what happens, because I really think the Mark II could have satisfied Mark One in pretty much any Mark people. I think the Mark II could have satisfied that missing whatever that you felt you needed DeLorean to fill it, because it can, if you put it out of hover conversion, it can very easily, other than the Mr. Fusion, really, it passes as the Mark One. You know, you can just kind of ignore the Mr. Fusion. And it pretty much passes the Mark One, but you know, and of course Mark II, you put it in hover mode, and it's definitely a Mark II. But so About Future's getting it. Bob Dylan's getting it. Clone Collector says he's probably going to use his points. About Future says we should tell Denobi 2 not to pre-order this one.
I feel like this is the one that's like it has to go against all the rules of like pre-order and all that stuff, because this is the grail, right? Like I don't think there'll be many more of these that Hot Toys will make to show around, but this is one you want to put some NRD down and make sure you get one in hand.
You think so? You think you want to put an NRD in this early though?
Yeah, man. You want to make sure that it's like you get yours.
I would just like some time to get some points, man. And Bob Dylan says, "Tell Denobi the pawns go first."
I guess I'm a pawn then. Whatever. Because I'm going to be definitely going first on this one. It's like, because this is what I wanted. I want to tell him like I'm getting mine in. You know, I'm going to buy mine.
If you want the figure and you're financially viable enough to do it, what's up, Geeking Out? What's going on, man?
What's up, Don? Dude? Or Nate? I'm not sure who.
It's probably Nate.
Could be.
Don. No, Don usually is in here as the DonPrime.
That's true.
But if you want it, get it ASAP. Of course, don't wait. I'm gonna wait because I don't think I have the privileges to go and buy it yet.
I get that. Like, listen, that's not coming out until a year, so you'll still have a pre-order all the way. Even when it's like technically released, you'll still have it. You'll still have time to pre-order it.
If I'm gonna get it, I'll probably try to pre-order it around January of next year. If I'm gonna get it, because that's when my points will start to fall off again, and hopefully I've acquired enough points to really put a dent in this thing.
Yeah.
If I haven't already thrown them on the Ecto One, because that is one thing I'm going to pre-order ASAP. Because, you know, as I stated before, I've already talked to the wife. She's already on board to help me with that one, and so I don't have to play the whole "do I have points" thing with that. She's already like, yes, we'll get that.
It's like we have it. We have the technology.
Yes, we have the technology. What's going on, Pablo? And of course, Geeking Out. Nate, if you're home, man, you want to pop in, you can pop in. Just let me know.
I think he's still over wherever.
Yeah, I think
he's probably like decompressing. So
he's got a stream scheduled for 8:30 this morning.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make that one too.
I may still be awake. I don't know. I mean, I'm just on my second cup of Death Wish, so
Yeah, I'm on zero, and I'm like my tank has been on empty for the last like 2 hours. I was like, yeah, I'll be on here for like 10 minutes, and now it's been like 30 minutes.
hey, we've been here for an hour, dude. We talking
For
about?
an hour, my God,
Yeah.
I've lost all track of time. This is not
But
good.
yeah, man, this thing is sweet. And then somebody I saw mentioned, well, I think I was seeing in one of the chats, Peyton, I think, was talking about Ahsoka dropping today. I don't think we're going to see Ahsoka till next week. I think anything that physically is going to drop is going to happen next week because this is technically the second week of the new year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So
I'm not
this is
too
just an
sure.
announcement.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
want to
just
be
an
the dude.
announcement. And the Spider-Man that dropped, I mean, that was already kind of some of the retailers, I think, were already getting that right before the New Year. So I think they just went ahead and finished that release. I could be wrong. I'm not over there, but just
Yeah,
my guesstimation is why we haven't seen anything physically come out in the past week and change. So,
Ahsoka's weird, man, because it's like the one thing that's like it seems like it's done, and they just never. They're like, oh, we're not gonna release it yet. Like it has every sign that it's like, yeah, it should be dropping at any moment. Oh, what is Nate saying?
so what Nate's saying is put in your NRD early as you can so the payments will be low, give you a chance to buy multiple. I recommend pre-ordering a month before the first payment, may have more award points. So, yeah, what he's saying, if you're going to use their payment system, which I'm firmly against personally, but to each their own. If you're going to use their payment system, if you want to let them, earn more money off your payments because they get to earn that interest instead of you,
Yeah,
then of course, do what Nate's saying. But me, I try to shove it into my own savings account so I earn the interest on those payments. Just make the payments to myself into a savings account, and then when it's about to drop, I throw it, at the vehicle or whatever I'm buying. That's what I've tried to do personally.
no, I mean you gotta listen for something like this. It's going to be expensive, dude. But regardless, so you gotta plan out your financial billing. You gotta you gotta figure out like how much is it going to cost you. You don't want to be left in the you don't want to like overextend yourself and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll worry about it later. No, figure it out and plan it. There's other retailers that are out there that'll do a pretty good job of selling this to you. I forget some of them like Collector Zone will probably have it up. Who else will probably
Underground Figures will have it,
Underground Figures?
which they're actually not a bad price, but you still have to pay shipping. They're in the U.S. though, but
Yeah,
and of course you have to wait for them to get from Sideshow. But they're actually usually like $10 cheaper than Sideshow,
yeah. I
and then
mean,
of course your shipping. So
yeah, and that's the thing, man. You want to make sure you're getting from places that will do you justice, right? Will work with your whole thing. Like if you got a ton of points on Sideshows, definitely go with Sideshow. If you don't, look at these other third party sites. They do deals, they do things like a free shipping, or they'll do a lot of points that'll go back to you and make it free shipping. Or you can talk to even this is like, hey, I want to do a pre-order. If I do a full payment, can you give me a discount? Sometimes they'll give you 20% off, and that's huge if you could pay it full outright in full.
yeah, I'm always about buying my stuff from Sideshow, particularly stuff like this. Like my Ecto One, I'm gonna buy from Sideshow because if there's any problems with that thing, Sideshow will get on it. They'll make it right.
Right.
Anywhere else that you're buying from the United States has to do that conversation with Sideshow themselves, and you are cut out of that conversation.
Yeah.
So they might just come back and say, "Oh, we can't do it." Whereas if you talk to Sideshow yourself, they most likely will be able to help you. But I don't want to be that where I'm talking to a middleman about my problem. Which I mean, even though I can't talk to Hot Toys, I mean Sideshow is still technically the middleman. Sideshow at least will cover all their products, and if you buy something from a third party, they don't necessarily have to honor that
Yeah.
in their contract. So there is that. But if you buy this, what I would recommend if you can buy this third party is to try to buy it somewhere local, like pre-order it through your local comic shop, get them the business. It will probably save you on the shipping cost.
Yeah.
most of those shops you're paying whatever the MSRP is, not maybe $10 more to cover like a little whatever in the freight, but it's usually close to MSRP. Like any of the hot toys that I buy locally are like maybe $10 more than Sideshow, but I'm not paying shipping, so
Yeah,
I'm still saving like $20. So
shipping and if you can get away on taxes.
about Future, if you're in Australia, shipping should be free because anything over $100, pop culture, in Australia is free shipping.
Yeah,
At least as of this moment when I'm saying this.
yeah.
If
you're out
watching
there,
this a year and a half from now, it might
God's
change.
to you.
Clone collector. Toys Wonderland will send you a Cosbaby DeLorean back if you have any issue with yours. Oh, yeah, CT603. That's going to be a busy because those are all going to be dropping around the same time. Wow. Goblin Doc and the DeLorean are all be dropping around the same time. There's your Storm Denobi. That's because almost everybody I know is getting all three of those. That's gonna hurt.
People are army building the freaking Goblin, and we're not. And the thing is, that's not even the only Goblin. Like with this rumor that we're gonna get another Goblin, we're gonna get Hobo Goblin. Yeah, and then we get Andrew Garfield, and then we're gonna get freaking who else we're gonna get? Electro.
And what's the release date on that? Let me get the Sideshow on that other Spider-Man, the newest Spider-Man, the one from the movie.
That would be.
Is that going to show up around the same time as Goblin and Doc? That's the question. But before I do that, I'm going to look at Just Arrived at Sideshow. Still just Batgirl. That's the most newest one. All right.
Yeah.
Bestsellers then.
You're in middle of Romania. I don't know what to tell you, man. Make your own comic shop, I guess, and then become the retailer.
Romania. Oh yeah. You're. Oof. I don't know if I know. Toys Wonderland gives you free shipping to Australia. I can't. Or not Toys Wonderland. Pop Culture gives you free shipping to Australia. If you want free shipping from any other sites, see if Giant Toy gets this thing because they offer free shipping. And I've ordered from them. I got my Dark Furion from them. They were great. Giant Toy is really pretty cool. I don't know if they have legitimate Hot Toy stuff though. I know they do a lot of third party, but I haven't looked at their site for legitimate Hot Toys. But they tend to offer free shipping. Giant Toy, and maybe KG Hobby.
Yeah, honestly, I would go to KG Hobby, not KG Hobby. There's
or Toys by
Toys, yeah, Toys by Agent.
That's
so what he does
88 on eBay. That's the same guy.
Yeah. Well, so what I was gonna say is that the dude, if you talk to the dude, he'll work out shipping costs. So he'll work out a total cost. Like, all right, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z for this. So you can technically get away with cheaper shipping and without taxes. So I would rock it that way if you have like no other option and your only option is Sideshow, and they're gonna be like, hey, listen, it's like we're gonna make you our bitch now. So
yeah. But Toys Buying Agent, I bought my Ed 209 from him. Real legit guy there. Well, I bought him from his eBay store, Timson88, but same guy. Real good guy. But yeah, I'm just trying to think anybody else. I would try to stay away from Toys Wonderland personally. They're very
don't do that. Yeah, the only reason I'd say Toys Wonderland is that they just don't care about you.
Yeah.
And it takes forever.
We've kind of gone over it already, but if you missed it, we're projecting around $850 US. Somewhere right around there.
I'd say that's what I said. I said like $865. Just the retail price without shipping or taxes, which puts it pretty much over like almost $1,000. And the thing is, if you're a statue collector, then you're like, all right, that's pretty cool. That works for me.
Yeah, Andre is answering you there about Future. I'm in the UK but I'm guessing Toys Buying Agent or any local European store you can find with low postage shipping will be the part we have to look at look out for the most. And yeah, because you get the customs cost too in the UK. I don't know about Romania, but
yeah. I mean, I can't. If it's a US stuff, I can help you out. But like, if you boys can help each other out, because that's what we do, man. It's how we make it in this world. Help each other find the best deals.
Pablo, I don't know. I've had him for over a year or two now, so he wasn't sold out just yet. I'm trying. So whatever retail was is what I paid for him.
Damn, they're lucky, man. I was looking at one, and I was looking at one for a little bit on like one of the side things, and it's like he's like, I'll cut you a deal. I'll sell them for you for $700.
You want
I'm
Ed
like,
209, man?
yeah, I mean, I want RoboCop. I want Ed 209. Like those are all my grails. So, but like right now, it's like it's hard. It's really hard right now.
Here's an Ed 209 brand new in the box for $500.
$500,
like $10 more than retail on him. Yeah.
Jesus.
And RoboCop without the chair for $420.
You're selling yours? These are yours, right?
I'll send you this link here.
All right.
I bought from this store before, so they're legit. Boom. There you go. They had the chair one. I guess they sold that one because I was telling some other people on another stream about it. So I guess they sold that one.
Damn. Yeah, the chair one's pretty dope, but
Lou!
Oh shit.
There's Lou!
What's up?
Dude, I was like, Lou should be just there chilling. Why is he not here?
Nah, because I was watching Peacemaker and catching up to other stuff on my phone, and I have turned off notifications.
I know you have your notifications turned off.
Yeah, but I checked it earlier. Like, oh snap, that was almost an hour ago. Let me see what's up.
Yeah,
so let me find out. We got Back to the Future 2 2.0 DeLorean.
Well, it's not 2. This is the first time they've done a 2.
Yeah, but this is the first time we get the 2.0 of the DeLorean.
Well, yeah, the Part 2 DeLorean. The 2.0
Yeah.
They made it before, but yeah. I'm not trying to split hairs, but yeah. V, are you gonna buy those, man?
I might actually buy those.
You got other people asking me.
Because like now I'm like, because it's like those are my grails, and I'm like,
the Ed 209 is beautiful, man. I love that Ed 209.
Yeah.
If you don't get it though, I'm gonna tell Pablo where that was. So
yeah, I might. No, it's all right, Pablo. It's okay. I mean, you can't see my face. That's why. So that's why it makes sense. Just give me You got to tell me. Give me a few to like decide because I got to look.
He's got to digest it. It's $500.
Yeah.
So Lou, man, DeLorean, Back to the Future 2, boom. We were just talking about this the other night where I was like, look, the first one sold out. You're not getting it. Just give up. And then they were like, Maz was right, but here's Part 2.
And it's here.
And it dropped at the same time as Doc Ock and Green Goblin does.
That's and what's the
same window as Doc Ock and Green Goblin from.
And what's the price?
We're guesstimating around $850.
Yeah,
around $850
on Sideshow.
Yeah, because first batch is $904. The second batch is $600 and something over in Toys Wonderland, and of course your Sideshow markup. I've found it was closer to the first batch prices when I have seen it in the past. So, not quite there, but almost. So I'm thinking around $850-ish.
Now, with vehicles, don't they normally sit at Sideshow?
I don't think this is going to sit though.
Technically, yeah, but this is the thing. This is the one that's people been waiting for a long. And
you got to also realize they're not going to produce a lot more than their pre-orders. They're going to get their pre-orders, their original pre-orders. I don't know how many pre-order Sideshow is going to go in with it, but Hong Kong, of course, works. They pre-order and then that's done. That's how many Hong Kong gets. And then Sideshow, I don't know exactly how many they're probably going to pre-order, but they'll probably either have an arrangement where they can pre-order up to a certain date to get a feel for it, or a certain batch number, in which case they'll probably go off of the information they have from their Back to the Future figure sales and tie that in with their previous DeLorean sales.
Gotcha. Who's the orange box? Is that V?
Yeah, that's me, man.
Yeah, that's V.
Man, I
And by the
couldn't
way,
tell without that beautiful beard of yours, man. You looking
I
kind
know,
of
I
orange
lose-
around the skin.
I'm taking a page out of one of our former presidents' book. So
let's see. By the way, it says Monica confirmed that MMS number 636, which means they skipped forward 3 slots, and they presume 634, 635 will be Toby and Andrew from No Way Home.
Ooh.
Or Hobo Green Goblin could be one of those as well.
or yeah, that'd be true. Yeah, Hobo Green Goblin
Or Reptile.
I wouldn't say reptile. I'd say
You mean lizard?
He looked a lot like the Mortal Kombat Reptile when she put him in the reptile form, though. I mean, kind of. You take the ninja costume off of him.
That's true. The later batches of them.
But the only
You talking about the Goomba? I know him as the Goomba.
But yeah, this was pointed out, Lou. I don't know if you noticed it, but these wheels aren't sitting right from the movie. The movie when this was in hover mode, the wheels were up in the wheel well, so it was all flat. It was like there was no
there was no Kimball or anything like that.
Lower like that. It wasn't below this line. It was level with the rest of the chassis.
Yeah,
this is true.
All right. So now that Lou's here, I'm gonna take off because I'm about to just.
Yeah, V man, have a great night. Thanks for popping in here, man. I appreciate it,
dude. Absolutely. I'll get back to you about the Ed 209 and RoboCop.
Or you can hit up Pablo, let him know because I got mine.
Yeah, I'll hit him up, man. If I don't, if I pass on, I'll send it over.
Yeah,
so I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Thanks for looking out.
Yeah. All right, dude.
Catch you guys later. Peace.
Good night.
Later, bro. Get some rest.
Thanks.
Lou, man, that was my second cup of coffee. I just finished.
I haven't had coffee yet. I'm over here fighting the funk right now.
Well, you got a busy day, man. 8:30, geeking out starting.
Oh, you already know. You already know. I'm gonna go say my 2-piece, and then I'm gonna say peace because I need sleep. And if I don't get any sleep tonight, I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
And I need to go to work. I need OT for the HT type stuff. So
yeah. And if you're getting this along with those 2 Spider-Man drops, you're gonna have a busy month there in 2023.
Everything that I'm getting for next year, right, is not going to interfere with anything that's coming out for me because everything that I've pre-ordered, the only 2 things that I have coming in the later end of the year is the Parasitic Man, the Tom Hardy 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the statue and stuff.
Yeah.
And the Spawn.
You don't have Doc and Goblin pre-order?
What happened?
You don't have Doc Ock and Green Goblin pre-order from No Way Home?
They're pre-ordered, but they're listed for the next year.
Well, this is listed for 2023.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for the later end of this year, I don't have anything.
Oh, okay.
Those are the only 2 things that I'm getting. So those are coming out Q3. So I have all summer to start building up some cash flow and just NRD here, finish paying off some of these figures here and there. Because if I look at my roster, I have ones that are that are not on payment plan or not that I'm not currently paying right now, but it's in the wheelhouse. It's going to be Armorized Deadpool. He starts getting paid off in August. Then it's the promo edition Spider-Man for No Way Home, the integrated suit, Carnage, and Venom.
Okay.
Then Green Goblin, Doc Ock.
Yeah, well, Green Goblin and Doc Ock, this is when this is due to come out. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But there's going to be delays. There's going to be delays.
Because this says Q2 to Q3 2023 is the estimated release date on this guy.
Yeah. Q2 to Q3, that is delay season. We know this.
Yeah.
We know this. So we waited for DeLorean. And I'm going to be honest, this is my favorite version of the DeLorean.
Well, I think they hit it on the nail on the head with this one, because you can do pretty much anything. I mean, the Mr. Fusion, of course, was in part 1 as well, but only at the very end. But it was there, and then for for the rest of part 1, you can just kind of ignore it. It's not the biggest eyesore, even if you want to be a part 1 guy. And you could just leave it in the regular car mode, and it'll pass for part 1 from most perspectives. But then if you want to do part 3, you could probably even afterwards get a mod kit to just like set on it, because just to set the little copper wirings, and the only problem you're going to have, as I mentioned earlier before you came on, was the white walls, the tires.
This is true.
So I don't know how you're going to go about replacing that, but
yeah.
But these tires here, they just fold down. They don't come off to do this, because this is all wired in. Because these
it's going to be fixed in this position, right?
Well, you fold them down. But
nice.
there's LEDs. There's LEDs in the light or in the tires here.
That's perfect.
So they're going to be hardwired. You're not going to be able to pull this off and put it on or anything. It's going to be hardwired. This thing is covered with LEDs, man. It's got LEDs all in here, all on the backside too. But it's not USB. It's just straight up battery powered. So
Gotcha.
That's going to be a battery drainer, is what it's going to be.
Wait, what batteries do these usually use? Is it like a AAA?
I don't know. Doesn't tell you. Let me see.
Because I remember if it's AAA, I'm bugging. This is coming from Hong Kong.
What?
Regardless, if you get a soap reactor, you can hook it up.
Yeah, soap reactor, of course, yeah.
You get a soap reactor, you can hook it up. Right now, I'm looking at images.
But I think they really just missed the mark here with not giving you USB for something this big. They really
agree.
I'm sure you could have like plugged the USB into the license plate port or something, like just fold the license plate back down like you used to do with cars back in the 70s and stuff. Fold it down, fuel it up. Of course, I always hated my gas tank being behind the license plate personally.
Now, to whatchamacallit, to talk about the gimbal of the wheels just being lower than being flush, I think it's more of a design issue versus it being anything else, because if it transforms, it kind of needs to drop down in order for it to actually function back into the wheel position. And I don't see no other way that they could have done it, specifically if they put in LEDs in it as well. So they need that little extra extended piece just so they can add that. But it is an eyesore when you look at it like this.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like this. It doesn't look flush.
Yeah. Which is what it should do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I could get away with it tilting it in the angle with the
If I were to buy it, I wouldn't have it hover at all. Personally, I wouldn't put it up there. I would just. I mean, I think it looks great as just a car mode. But I wanted to address Andre here real quick, because he was asking about Marty from Part 2, and we kind of touched on it earlier. He says Marty from Part 2 is going to be reissued, I'm guessing, as he's in the promo shots. According to what we could tell from the shots that Bob Dylan had of the original Part 2 Marty, we can't tell if it's a reissue or not, because the head sculpt looks like they're about the same. So it could be a lighting difference or whatever, but that's the extent of it. Let me see if I got the pictures to show you. I know I do. I just got to move it back over here so you can do the side by side. So the sculpts themselves look very similar. Let me zoom back into Marty here. There you go. Now, of course, this could just be a difference in lighting, not paint app. So the hair looks like. Well, actually, this hair looks more detailed. It looks like it's got more strands in it than this hair does. So that could be.
But the head's also tilted.
Yeah. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but actually, given by the hair, it looks like it might be a new head sculpt.
Possibly, but this also could be a foot. Not this image on the left, but the image on the right could possibly be heavily photoshopped, just so that way it could look a little, more cohesive in the shots, because they didn't, shy away from Photoshop.
Mm-hmm. About features getting the engineering as to how to get the wheels to be flush here. It says to make them flush, they need to work on 3 axes, and it's not easy.
Mm-hmm. See?
And the Clone Collector says you better start pre-ordering batteries for next year. You just want to order a soap reactor, man. They're like $60-$70, and maybe buy some extra battery cabling thingies or whatever. But really, before you do that, you need to find out what size battery it takes, because soap reactors, you have to order a little battery pack separately. It comes, I think, with a couple, right? I don't know. I don't have one. But
soap reactors, they'll give you enough for like a single Iron Man.
Yeah, something like that. But it comes with different battery sizes and stuff, and you have to mix and match that. I don't have any yet. I intend to get one at some point for my Iron Man, but we shall see.
Yeah. I would think that they would do a 2.0, but it's like they're so all over the place with their releases. It's like, all right, correct me if I'm wrong. The first time we got Doc Brown was this Doc Brown, correct?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't buy any of
people in the chat, Clone Collector, anybody else who owns it?
Bob Dylan might know.
What was that?
I said Bob Dylan might know. He seems to have some of the.
Oh yeah, Bob Dylan, my brother. Let me know. Doc Brown from Part 2 was the first Doc Brown we got, right? And this Marty is technically the second Marty we got, because we got a first Marty from the first film, and then we got a 2.0 as a Sideshow exclusive.
Something like that. And while you're waiting on Bob Dylan to get back to you, that Clone Collector says I'm going to stick Grogu in the driver's seat now that he's licensed to drive without supervision. But you don't have R2 to drive it. That's who actually drove it. But I don't want to get into spoilers or anything. What do you think of Peacemaker? Just yay or nay?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, yay.
I was surprised there were some speaking roles in there. That's all I'm going to say. I thought it was just going to be the way they were showing us there at the beginning, and not give us any speaking roles.
Like, I have a perfect display for that. If like just the car itself, it speaks volumes. Even if you don't get Marty or Doc, the car itself speaks volumes. But you would want to get everybody and have them either in the car or beside the car in some way, shape, or form.
Now, are you getting this car?
Yeah.
All right, you're getting this. Are you getting an
Echo? Oh, no. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna day one pre-order.
Well, I know, but you are intending to order this?
Yeah, I'm intending to order it. I may go and pick up the Marty, the first Marty with Einstein, just to have a nice updated version of Marty. I would get the Clint Eastwood one.
I think he's going to sell it pretty quick now that this car's announced.
Yeah,
I think that Marty's going to sell it pretty quick, because I think people. It's really that's all you technically need with this car is Marty Einstein.
Let's see.
Or Doc when with the plutonium, that'd be kind of nice too. Doc with the plutonium, but see that's the reason why I can't go into this line. This because Ghostbusters, I got to buy all the Ghostbusters, but with this line, I really just kind of want the car, and then you got to buy the figures. And which figures do you buy though? You got to sit there and like. Do I get the part 1? Do I get the part 2? Do I get the part 3? I don't know.
For me, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, because if we're going with the time paradox, each one interacts with one of the other in some way, shape, or form in the other film.
Yeah.
So, like, Marty in his regular suit, like as soon as he comes out from back from 1955, right? Yeah. He's still in his quote unquote life preserver. For those who are initiated, the life preserver. he still has that outfit when he comes back, and Doc comes in, sliding in while he's kissing this girl, with this outfit with the trench coat. So the rain jacket. So you can mix and match if you want. I don't see a problem with it. The only thing that may bug people is the fact that they would want Doc and Marty from 1 to go with their first DeLorean and the part 2s to go with their second.
Yeah.
So the way they released it is all crisscross and out of whack.
Yeah, they are out of whack with these. I'll give you that, man. One of the things I think that is really keeping me away from this line is the fact that Doc's head sculpt.
Oh yeah, Doc's
just so limited. It's just that one expression, and you basically that's what you get to work with. I really think you should get 2 head sculpts with Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has that dumbfounded look on his face quite often, but not often enough for me to want a figure of it.
Yeah.
And as far as Marty goes, the Marty I would want would be the Darth Vader Marty. In the radiation suit. That's the one I want. This is Loco. He meets Doc again in the morning. Yeah. Loco, hold the fort for a second, man. I had 2 cups of coffee. The bladder is saying, "Let me out." Did you hear that?
Yeah, he meets Doc again in the morning, but I'm talking about in reference of when he does. Oh wait, you're right. He does change. No, when he goes to sleep and wakes up in the same thing because he thinks, yeah.
I'll let you hold the fort, man. I gotta use the restroom. The coffee's one out.
All right, go ahead. As long as it's not number 2. I'm joking. Yeah, but I wish I could see the chat and stuff like that, but this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be really dope. I think for all intents and purposes, I would definitely pick up the first. How much you think this is gonna go for, my brother? With the new engineering in it, compared to, wait, let me check Toys Wonderland real quick. I want to see the prices again because I forgot exactly what I said. Let me see Toys Wonderland. There we go. Here we go. All right, first batch 900s. I would say maybe 750 to 800. I think Miles is close. 750, give or take. 750. But yeah, man, I would definitely love to get my hands on this. But then this, this is that overtime money. This is that I need to make sure all my bills are paid, nobody needs for nothing, and for the next couple of weeks, just put a nice chunk on the side, another nice chunk on the side, another chunk on the side, and then pull the trigger and pay it off in full.
So I'm back. Here's something. Jason, 1979. What's up, going? How you doing? It says a guy 3D printed the hover conversion kit for us and looks better than Hot Toys version.
Agreed.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks real good, but you just have to take apart your DeLorean in order to do it. But
does the 3D printed version, does that light up on the wheels and stuff? Or underneath it?
It's been a while, so I can't recall. But as far as it looking flush, it has the flush look. And to me, that's more important than light features.
Because usually the underside of the Hot Toys one, Yeah, each of the wheels light up here, and then of course the undercarriage here lights up as well. Different lighting, features there. So
Yeah.
you do have that, but
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with the flush wheels. I mean, ever since it was pointed out to me, I can't help but see them now, and it's like, ugh. But Jason does say it lights up.
Oh, look at that.
But
See?
About Future says it doesn't light up. One of y'all is lying to me. I don't know who, but one of y'all
Who
is lying.
owns it? Who owns it and has done it?
Who's got it? Who can see?
Who got it? Who's got it?
About Future says Denobi did add some LEDs for his DeLorean though, so
He
that could be
added
where the
his.
confusion's coming in at.
Mhm.
So that could be where there's the discrepancy between lit up and not lit up. So
Yeah, I know his lights up, and he did his stuff. I assume Denobi's gonna get this one too.
oh, Denobi, he's already got a video posted thingy for tonight at 3 a.m. Tonight, not just previously, just happened. He's going.
Yeah, so he's gonna. Oh, he's gonna do his midnight run.
Yeah, midnight run at 3
Oh,
a.m.
okay. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, but obviously he's all about it because he had that thing up as soon as I was on. He's like, "I'm going
Yeah.
on." I was like, "Is he on?" I was like, "Oh, that's later. That's."
Yeah, but
3 a.m.
he's
tomorrow."
always for the grails. You know what I mean? He sees grails when he sees grails, and vehicles are grails. And unfortunately for me, space plays a factor. But this is one of the vehicles besides the Ecto One that I would actually keep in my collection. That isn't from DC or Marvel.
Whoa. Clunk Collector says, "You just seen the Toys Wonderland stock numbers. They only have 3 for first batch and 30 for second batch. That's low. But see, they also have to commit now. They don't have, but like, what is it, was it a week or is it a few days or just a day to pre-order? I forget, but it's not a lot of time in Hong Kong.
Here's the thing: when it comes to certain things like this, Monica says it best that when they buy their tickets, right, they have their tickets to buy it. So first batch, whoever first come first serve, whatever, they were only allowed the lot for the first batch 3. Whoever those 3 individuals was that was able to get it, then like, okay, first batch is done. Let's go into the second batch. So they got their second batch. So if they sell out on their site, right?
Yeah.
Then it's possible they could go back and get more for the day because I don't know how long is the period between pre-orders in Hong Kong. To buy a slip and everything like that. How long is that window? Because once it goes into production numbers, like, oh yeah, this is getting made. What's the cutoff number? Oh, this is the cutoff number. All right, cool. After that, no more.
So I was just asking Monica, and he says depends on demand. Normally 2 weeks to 1 month for them in Hong Kong to get a pre-order in.
Yeah. So if there's no NRD on this, I would definitely hop on it and just click
There's
it.
NRD. The only ones that don't make you NRD, I've noticed, are Sony Spider-Man properties.
Yeah, but let's see. Maybe that'll be something new for the big purchases because all the ones that doesn't have NRD is that we've seen that was Spider-Man, but majority of it has been like the most expensive stuff on that side of the fence of the Marvel wheelhouse.
Well, there's a double-edged sword of Sideshow that makes you do an NRD. All right, so without an NRD, of course, we see all the time people will pre-order and not think about the consequences. They just pre-order, like, for example, like I did with Venom. I'm not necessarily going to buy my Venom, but I pre-ordered them because there's no NRD on them. I'm like, I got one locked. I'm waiting for the Spider version of it though, but I got one. For
the Venomized Iron Man. There you go.
I don't want that. But anyway, but so you got a lot of people. You notice that even on the page, like your busiest pre-orders are the stuff without the NRD, at least for the first month or so they're up. But that also means people can cancel without consequence, and Sideshow will get stuck with these cars again. And this is something they don't want to have sit in their warehouse. It takes up a lot of room, and B, it takes up a lot of money, and C, they got to pay a lot of taxes on a lot of this stuff that's got to sit in their warehouse and not go anywhere. So they want to try to minimize that discrepancy window as best they can between actual pre-orders and how many extra they're going to have on hand due to cancellations or just to give people time to buy stuff. So
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Sideshow orders.
it can up the demand, but it also, I don't know how many people actually cancel after they've pre-ordered without an NRD. I don't know what the numbers are, and they would know better.
Yeah, well, I think based on what I see when it comes to vehicles, like Sideshow gets a couple of hundred, not too many. I don't think they get anything over 1,000. I don't even think they get close to 1,000 when it comes to any kind of item, right? Purchases. But when it comes to like vehicles and stuff, I think they get a nice set number of an extra 100 or 200 pieces, right? For themselves as a like, all right, in case people want it, and then whatever people like bail out on, that's sitting on stock, right? But
And they're also going to want to have some stuff for damages to replace
well, damages too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another factor. Damages, replacement parts. Now, let's take into consideration the fact that we got new collectors coming into the game, and ever since the whole COVID situation, we got more collectors coming into the game than ever before.
But have you noticed? I'm sorry to cut you off, Lou, but
Go ahead.
to right onto your point, though, have you not noticed though that a lot of the new collectors, at least what I'm seeing, are younger collectors? They don't necessarily have a lot of disposable income.
They don't have a lot of disposable income, but also they're more selective in what they'll buy and will listen more to the older generation of what's a grail piece.
Yeah, but they also might not have the room for something like this.
Yeah, and if they like, let's say, there's a couple of people like they've been introduced to Back to the Future either through watching it on Netflix, or they grew up and the parents, used to put it on for them. That was their favorite film, and they kind of pass it on. Like I do with my daughter. My daughter, she watches the Ninja Turtles, she watches Ghostbusters. You get what I'm saying? So my daughter, she like, Daddy, want to see Ninja Turtles? I put any one of them on. She's quiet, she watches it with me, and then when she's bored, she'll say, Daddy, I want to play peekaboo, hide and seek, whatever, right? So she's aware of Ghostbusters. She knows who Slimer and Muncher are, and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is. She knows the Turtles. She knows the side characters of the Turtles. So, kids are impressionable, and the ones who are up and coming that are like 19, 20, those younger generations, they've had their fill with this in small increment bites, right? So they're aware of this. Plus, if they watch a lot of the OGs and the people that are in the middle, like me, you, Nate, and everybody else, they see that we talk about this a lot. So that may influence them to go backtrack, watch a couple of films, and decide for themselves if this is something that they want. Now, granted, even not seeing the film, this is a beautiful piece of artwork. This is a car that has been discontinued and might be reissued in a new form because thank you to Doc Smizzle. He shared us a nice little DeLorean teaser from the manufacturers, and we're looking at it like, oh yes, that's nice, and boom, look, we get a DeLorean.
Well, the thing is, to go into your point about the younger generations, here's a great example where I'm sitting at with them is, I was a manager at a movie theater. Most of our employees were teenagers. And you know what? Surprisingly enough, they would all talk about the Avengers or any of that Marvel stuff, but you try to talk to them about any of this pop culture stuff like Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, surprisingly, their parents are horrible. They have not seen this stuff. It's crazy. Goonies was another one. I was like, what kind of poor parent do you have that you never watched Goonies? Because I feel that at least as me as a parent, that was like the one movie that I made sure my kid watched out of all of them. I was like, The Goonies. I was like, this is the fun time for you guys. But so you
Yeah.
have that. Let me get onto these comments real quick. Clone
No
Collector says, I don't collect Back to the Future, but vehicles like this don't come along very often, which makes it appealing. Also, the features are insane, and even if it sells out and goes up in price, you profit. Don't buy it for that. Don't be Denobi. Now let Denobi be Denobi. That's fine. Don't try to be Denobi unless you got a lot of disposable income. Because if you want to gamble, there's better ways to gamble with your money to make money than to buy these figures. Because as much as these figures might go for on eBay or something, you still have to find the buyer to get those prices you see people listing stuff at and think that it's worth that. Don't buy this stuff with the fact with the thoughts of potentially reselling it.
Yeah.
Buy it because you like it. If you're buying it with any thoughts of reselling it later, you're only going to hurt yourself in the end. You may get lucky, but most likely you're just going to hurt yourself in the end. That's my
Yeah, but see, what Denobi does, he doesn't resell the hot toys. He mostly resells other IPs that he looks interesting that pays for the hot toys. You know, he does that like, okay, I see a Mezco, this Mezco is hot stuff, and I'm using Mezco as an example because that's what I use, and kind of, flip that to get a hot toy. You know what I mean? But for a vehicle is a very hard thing to flip, especially if it's niche. This is a niche type of vehicle. It's cool. It could reach a lot of the fans that are still alive and remember the film and everything else like that. But for profiting, if you're gonna profit off of one, you just buy two and then you try to do your thing. But it's gonna take a little bit of time, but that's a lot of money and a lot of space that you're accumulating. And let's say you have a storage space that you're paying for. It's sitting in storage. You don't know what happens in storage. Yeah, if it's one of those stores that's in the building and it's, temperature controlled, humidifier and all that other stuff, blah, 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 then you're good. But then it's up to you to remember that you have that, back there and then try to sell it when nobody wants it.
Yeah. You also got to take into the space as far as profit. Like the space it takes up is going to eat into your profit margin. Here's something else that Jason was saying. He says, why didn't they improve and have lights behind the time circuits, not stickers like the first and the orange light in the end of the door? I don't know about the doors, but it's got the lights behind the time circuits. Here's the flux capacitor lit up and whatever this is. And on the other side, there's some yellow lights. But let me get a shot of the time circuits. These are lights. These are all lights here. If you read the description, this is all lit up. These are not stickers. All of this is lit up. The whole front dash is lit up. And then if you look at the other, where's that? Here's your other lights here in the back.
The orange light, yeah.
So your flux capacitor lights up. The green thing is lights up. This lights up. You get your lights here on the fenders here, but I don't know about the doors. What you're talking about with the doors. The end of the doors.
I think the door lights he's probably referencing is like the ones that come out on the edge of the door. That's supposed to be part of the actual vehicle.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but most of it lights up, surprisingly enough. So I guess they did upgrade that if they didn't have the interior light up initially, because the interior lights up now. The doors, I'm not certain about. Depending on what color, that looks like there might be blue light there, or that could be cast light. I can't tell.
Oh man, my Deadpool's gonna love this.
Let's see.
You got to watch, but still,
Yeah,
he's like,
Andre says selling this on eBay, etc., would make great profit. However, the headache of it getting to buyer in one piece or being scammed by the buyer is too much. Yeah, you also have that incentive. This is something huge. You got to sit there and play that game with them. If I were to buy this piece with the intention to sell, I would unfortunately limit myself to somewhere local. I would be like, I'm gonna have to be able to meet this guy and put it in their hand because I'm not gonna play the eBay $3,000 or whatever on this thing. I'm not gonna play that.
Yeah, this is like I never opened this. This has been in here the whole time. Cash up front. After that, we part ways.
So, but again, if I were to buy this, it wouldn't be with the intention to sell. Now, I do keep my boxes and I do keep everything. So if I die, my wife can sell it. That's what I tell my wife. I'm like, I'm keeping the
Yeah,
boxes.
I said the same thing to my wife. And
Need
she's
to
like,
resell
but
it. You can.
how am I gonna know anything? I'm like, the reason why I keep the boxes is because you can read the boxes and Google search your eBay stuff. You know, you can see what's sold and what's hasn't sold. Blah 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 blah. She's like, but I really don't want to do this. I'm like, okay, then bury me with my toys. I'm like, do you know how big that pit is gonna be for me? I'm gonna need half a Central Park.
But yeah, and just like with that same thought process, I'm sending some of my books off to get graded next month, which I haven't done in quite some time. But I was like, I gotta get my Fantastic 448 out there before they actually show us Galactus and/or Silver Surfer, because that's gonna make that book get just way too expensive
Yeah,
to
it's gonna
grade.
fly.
I mean, my copy I paid $400 for 5 years ago is already, if it's graded at what it was sold to me at, which is around a 4, is now $2.5 grand. And I paid $400 for it, 5 years ago.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I need to get that graded, and it's not graded because I intend to sell it, but it make it a hell of a lot easier. My wife ends up selling it.
Nice.
That my first Miles Morales I'm going to send off too, because I think Across the Spider-Verse is really going to pump him up even further, and I'm sure we're going to get him live action at some point. So, but yeah, I got a bunch of books I'm going to send off. But let's see. Sell it and get 2 DeLoreans. I don't want 2 DeLoreans. I would not sell my Fantastic 448 for a hot toy. Because that book will ultimately be worth more than I could ever get for any one hot toy. And they're right. I mean, that book is already worth more than 1 DeLorean. So. See, Andre says he's getting buried with his custom Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor figures. That's awesome. You got some customs of that, man.
Yep.
Joe Fuzz, what's up, man? What? How much? What? What is gurus? What?
How much gurus? He's calling us gurus.
Oh, are we guru? Oh,
Yeah, he's
we're
calling
projecting
us
around
gurus.
$850 US from Sideshow.
I'm assuming it's going to be $750 to $800.
Yeah, from Toys Wonderland right now. Second batch is $669. First batch is $904. So we're guessing around 8. I'm guessing around $850. You said 7. What?
7 to 8. $750 to $8.
Yeah, you're on the lower end of that. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
higher, but hey, I would rather project high, and that way people have some extra money in their pocket.
I like to project low, so that way, if it is a little bit high, I just got to work a little bit harder. That's it.
Well,
I don't mind
you would
working
never be a
little
good
bit harder.
contractor trying to sell your contracts, man. You project a little
Well,
higher
I'm
than
not
under your bit.
I'm not a
People think they gotta
contractor. I'm not a contractor. I'm a security guard. I study people. I study behavior. So
I'm not a
I'm
contractor
here
either.
watching.
Just using that as to kind of get one over on you, but fine. Either way.
Time, yes, and
Time.
with the time machine, you just gotta have some time and just wait and see. There you go.
Oh, thanks, Joe Fuzz. Thanks, man. So Joe Fuzz says 835 is what they're coming in at.
835. That
digging
sounds like a good medium.
And I'm digging his animated Boba Fett there for the picture.
Oh man, Nate will be
I kind of wish
jealous.
I'd bought that one too.
Oh,
but I wasn't
you
buying
jelly.
Star Wars Hot Toys when he was out. I was like, I'm going to stay with my Predators. I'm going to stay with my Aliens. I'm going to stay with my Terminators and RoboCops. And I'm staying. And then The Mandalorian came out. It was like, it's over. Star Wars it is. All right.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm like, I will collect specific moments in Star Wars. That will be my collection of Star Wars. I won't be like everyone else, try to get all the grails and get all the other pieces and stuff like that. I can't, because I'm strictly Marvel, and that's my wheelhouse. But I do love Star Wars. I have it in my heart. I grew up watching it.
Yeah.
And, you just have to have those, like, those memories. Like me just having a DeLorean is a piece in time. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of who's inside of it.
Well, I mean, here's a great example. I mean, people were like looking at me funny because I didn't want a Lando. They're like, well, if you like Star Wars, you have to have Lando. I'm like, I love Star Wars. I grew up on Star Wars. I like that over Star Trek for sure. I love Star Wars. But what got me buying the Hot Toys was the Mandalorian. So I'm sticking closer to that. You know, I love Star Wars. But I'm not going to go play the makeup game with the OG Star Wars figures now because Lando just now decides to come out. It's like, I'm going to get Mandalorian because that's all current. I don't have to chase anything down from 5 years ago. I've done all that to get my Predators. I don't need to do that again. So
Yeah, but like Lando would be good to have in a display between Boba Fett and Vader.
I don't
With
have Vader because I don't want to deal with all that clutter.
No, I hear you, but we're always gonna get a Vader. We're always gonna get a Boba Fett. We're always gonna get something of a sort. You know, in regards to that. So you know, you can always wait and just like amalgamate your display because only the diehards will tell the difference. Those who are a casual will see it in passing and be like, "Ooh, that's cool! You recreated the scene. That's dope," and that's it. It won't go as
I'm bringing
far.
this guy back down.
There you go. There you go. I really want to get one of those. I really want a hybrid. I need to get a hybrid. Predator Alien.
Dude, this guy is actually, I think he's coming down, man. I saw another one list for 600, which,
Okay.
you know, considering he was up at $2,000 when I was first looking for one, that's not too bad. I don't expect you to get much lower than that, but his
fine.
joints are garbage. His joints are complete garbage. Or hers, sorry. I know there's some people who were like, that's a queen.
It's
Well, they played eggs, so people were like, it's a she. Whatever.
well,
But
what
yeah,
came
dude.
first, the sperm or the egg? There you
The
go.
face hugger, apparently.
The face hugger. So if the face hugger is the shaft, what came out?
The face hugger.
A face
See?
hugger. Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
dope.
I got that
What
on
kind
a
of wire
wire.
are you using? Yeah, what kind of wire are you using to keep that up? 'Cause that's a stiff wire.
It's a black
Like
wire. The only problem with this wire I have is that the black like gets all over your hands. But it's
okay, so it's like a paint.
I don't know if it's a paint or not, but it's like I want to say maybe a 14 gauge wire, 16 or
14 gauge?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it from Home Depot. It was on a spool, I think. So.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah,
it's black, so it's easier to paint out. It doesn't, cast a shine on stuff. But I got to be very careful when I put this in it because I don't need that black transferring onto my face hugger because I just got it wrapped around the back of the tail. Just got it wrapped.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, just to have a way to harness it and stuff, like, without damaging.
But yeah, this is pretty sturdy for that. I dig it.
But like you see how you got, like, you don't need Wolf to have the AVP. Or
I got Wolf
representation. Yes, this is true, but I would prefer the Predator over Wolf, just because of the actual presence of it. It looks monstrous and cool at the same exact time.
If you can get it to stand up, its joints are garbage straight out of the box.
Even even with that, you get yourself a nice flight stand, little diamond base, you're good.
And he's got rubber torso, so you got to Shinichi grease that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And rubber jaw.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, how's the jaws doing on yours? Yours is doing good?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Can you?
The jaw?
Do you even make an attempt to open them just to see how far you can go before it looks like
brought
it's
the tongue out, but I'm not going to do it now because I just greased up his body, which means that if the thing slides at all, it's going to just fall off. So I'm not going to push on him too much because I don't need it just falling off.
Yeah, see, when I use the Cinematoygrapher grease, it's when I know I'm not going to touch the figure for a long period of time, right? And I make my applications every 6 months just for me to be sure, because where I used to have my figures in my apartment, it got dusty real quick.
Yeah.
Right? And if I'm not actively touching it, dust accumulates. So me, I dust every week. I make sure that everything is clean, so I don't Shih a lot like I used to, unless it's in storage.
Oh, sorry, I'm
So
putting this guy down.
yeah. Down goes the face hugger. He's looking for a
he'll be
place
all right.
to. He's looking for a place to suffocate.
I'll grab this guy though. Hold on.
Here comes Wolf.
Since you mentioned him, there he
Mm-hmm.
is. The
That's
wolf.
cleaner kit or the other one?
This is the heavy man.
That's the heavy one. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The cleaner kit was an older version, man. This is the 2.0 wolf.
So the 2.0 doesn't have the ab crunch, correct?
No, he does not have the ab crunch.
Okay.
No, they had the ab crunch only in the 1.0s. They didn't put them in the 2.0s. But the 1.0s are brittle body material, so they don't hold up very well as far as their, they look like they pose better, but like I bought the cleaner kit of him, which is actually he broke when I tried to assemble him.
Well, that's crazy.
But the reason why I bought the cleaner kit was for the
the chest burster, of course.
I wanted the chest burster because the Fire Girl Toys one was horrible. I hated it. And
give me one moment, Maz. I gotta actually work. Give me a second.
No. All right. About Future, you can get a Jungle Predator mask, man. Hit up my buddy Dave, German Beast Customs. If you check out my YouTube channel, there's a review on his kit. Because I had him make me a Jungle Hunter kit. Or you want a 1-to-1 scale? Then you want to talk to Bad Blood Designs. He could probably make you one. Bad Blood Designs on Instagram. I think he makes a whole bunch of those 1-to-1 scale masks. Yeah. I know he's made full on costumes before, so check him out. I think he's in Texas. So if you want anybody in the UK, I don't know if he makes them for sale, but there's another guy on Instagram is like WREAV, I think is what he is on Instagram. And I know he's got Predator costumes. I don't know if he sells masks, but I think he's in the UK. So that might work better for you if you're out in Europe. It's, yeah. But let's go back to the future after we get rid of that bot. Russian bots. Remove. Because I think I've lost all my admins. I don't know. Or I'm just faster than them. So yeah, guys, this is phenomenal. I'm kind of disappointed. Yeah, you want which one? You want the one in Europe? This is the guy in Europe. Let's see if it links there. Let's see. Yeah. So that's the guy in Europe. And he makes like full-on sculpted heads and stuff. So you might be able to get a mask from him. Yeah. Let's see what he says. Yeah. It says messages him directly for inquiries. So yeah. Hit him up. See what he says.
Yeah, dude. So we're going back in time.
Well, yeah, I brought that because I mean that's what people tune in for, you know.
We're going back in time.
We're going back in time.
Don't want your money. Don't want your money.
Man, why am I
always out of drink? Fame.
All right, don't sing now. Don't sing. All right, if there's nobody saying anything, grab me a drink real quick because I finished my monster.
Uh-huh.
2 cups of coffee and a monster.
Two cups of coffee and a monster. He got a dream the anaconda. And the next thing you know is that he went back in time and drank some more. Talking about doing the pee-pee dance. Just...
My goal is to make my heart explode before my stream ends, so I'm going to have a Mountain Dew now.
Oh, shoot. You should drink some water, brother.
Max
I'll be right
Geekdom,
back.
what's up, man? We don't have actual pricing. We do have Toy Wonderland prices, which is $669 for second batch and $904 for first batch, and we're guesstimating between $750 and $850 US from Sideshow. So that's where we're at for the pricing for this guy. But how you doing, Max? How you doing? Max, you want to come on here with me and Lou? We can get you in here. We can talk about it, see what you got to say, man. See what you got to say, because I didn't until recently find out that you were actually a YouTuber yourself. So you want to pop in? You can pop in. You can do it. What's this?
You can do it.
CT603. It's crazy how quick you find $900 before you even have 24 hours to go. It's true. It's true, man. You can come up with some money real quick. In fact, I was sitting there just a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, I could buy a big chat if I do this and this.
Just be careful with your 1099, man. Friends and family, friends and family.
Oh, dude, I don't get to touch the tax money, man. The wife gets a hold of that stuff, man.
Let's see here.
She's the one with the real job. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
All her money is going to taxes, not mine. All my money's been under the table. Sorry, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
You said something about you fix tables? I don't know.
Yeah, I do a lot of woodworking. Yeah, that's it.
I said the same thing. I do a lot of woodworking, but it's not actual wood. It's the wood I get. More wood for the fire.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, this is a piece that if you're on the fence of getting Back to the Future stuff, and this is a perfect reason to get it, your perfect excuse. But good luck telling that to the wife or your significant other. You know, whichever wheelhouse you go through, I have to go through the wife and say, babe, do I have space for this? I am going to get it. But I have to get rid of something in order to get it.
You can be like, put it in the garage.
No, actually, I can't because there's moisture in the garage.
Joe Fuzz is asking,
what's up?
So are Marty and Doc coming from Back to the Future 2? We don't have any definitive word on that. We do know that they did previously release them, but what we've been looking at is, this picture here, as opposed to, with this picture here, and this is a version of the 1.0, the originals. And if you look at the hair, because this is all subjective here in the face, but if you look at the hair here versus the hair here, there's a lot more strands and detail here, and actually the head looks higher, but that could be the angle. But there's a lot more strands as opposed to here. This looks a lot less detailed, so this could be a 2.0 head sculpt here. But we have no definitive word on it. What's up, Fad Gadget? How you doing? Thanks for subscribing, man. I thought you'd already been a subscriber. Dude, you're killing me, man. I thought he was already a subscriber, Lou. Lou, I thought he was already.
If you haven't subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe.
Yes, please do that. I could use some
hit the like button while you're out there. Hit the like button while you're there. You know what I mean?
Please like the button. Love the button. The button is your friend. And
Push
knowing where the button is makes all your friends happy.
You know what's the funniest part?
And I was trying not to be
people like to push buttons, and here's the only time we ask you to push buttons and people refuse to push buttons.
Let's see. But let's see. Max Geekdom, I have a date with the wife. We're going to watch a movie, but maybe next time. Okay, man. All right. No worries. I'm not usually up this late. I was watching Peacemaker, and then I went back to watching Seinfeld because everybody is always telling me, because I said I liked Friends. They'd be, ooh, I like Seinfeld. That was better. And I was like, okay. And since it's on Netflix, I was like, all right, I'll check out Seinfeld. And I don't know if you were here for this. I know V was, but you watch. All right, well, who wasn't here then. Like, I don't know if you know, but like when you watch The Office and you're trying to get through that first season because Michael Scott's really just intolerable to deal with, you're like, wow, how can you function? Well, I was pushing through Seinfeld like that in relation to George, but I'm into season 5 right now,
Mhm.
and George still hasn't gotten any better.
George doesn't get better. He doesn't evolve.
But I'm at the point where it's I have to go through now. I can't go back. I'm past the point of no return. I'm season 5. I got to go through. There's only 4 more seasons left. I've passed the halfway
Damn,
point. I got to finish it. My brain won't
that's-
let me stop it now, even though I can't stand any moment that George is on the screen. I'm like, somebody kill this man.
I'd rather watch the first 7 seasons of Clone Wars.
There's nothing wrong with Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars.
Exactly. But the first 7 seasons were very dry and slow in comparison to it picking up afterwards, right? So the first 7 seasons.
Fat Gadget says definitely a 2.0 with those head sculpts. So yeah, I'm thinking this hair is what's giving it away. This hair looks way more detailed than the than this, because this is Bob Dylan's picture of his originals, and this hair looks so much less detailed than that. And that can't be a lighting difference, because
It
I would
may be
still
an
see
angle. It may be an
it's
angle,
not
though.
even that, I don't think, because I mean, look just how much more strains and stuff are in this, and you can really tell by this. Let me get my mouse to the right thing. So you get all these strains and stuff going on here, right? I mean, look at all that.
Yeah,
Then
but
you
you
go
can't
here.
see the top. You can't see the top of it. I know what you're talking about, but you can't see the top of it because the head is not angled
I
right.
can see this here; it's almost flat, and with our lights hitting it, I should see some reliefs and some, some more texture here. And also, you can just tell from here, actually, because these strands are thicker, whereas these are really thin, like strands.
But you're forgetting the sunglasses is blocking that portion that you just highlighted on.
They may be blocking for you, but I can see it. I got like a full 30-inch monitor here, just both their
No,
faces.
I'm saying there's the lens. The lens from the glasses is like, you see where his hair starts to go across his forehead. There's a big chunk of it that goes up, and I'm just measuring from the eyebrow.
You're missing this bit from the glasses right here.
There's a nice bit right there, but with that alone shows me that this is a different angle. So, if you can get the head down, if Bob can get the head down angular a little bit more to kind of replicate this position, I think we would see what we would be missing, because it doesn't look that different. It doesn't look different. It doesn't look different to me.
Read about Future, man, because everybody else has seen it but you. He says it's the angle and the fact that the sculpt is different.
You want it to be different about Future. You want it to be different.
Clone Collector, thanks, man. Actually, on the photography front, while I got you guys here, not this coming Tuesday, but I think the following Tuesday, I'm supposed to have 1/6 shooter on here, and he actually does professional toy photography. He gets paid to do it for Mythic Legions. So he's going to be on the stream, not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday on our toy photography talk. So you will definitely want to check him out, because he is a professional. He does this shit for a living. Well, at least for part of a job, some kind of job. Anyway, he gets some money. See, CT603. This may happen. This is.
I got the big screen. I got the big screen.
CT603 says this may happen. This is a want, not a need for me. Some things need to line up rewards, etc. I will be pulling the trigger last minute, so it could slip by. You're referring to the car, or I assume you're referring to the DeLorean. Not the figures that we're talking about. And then of course, about Futures take me back to Seinfeld. George is hopeless. That's the fun part. George is hopeless, but he's also a pig. Like, literally, he's just.
Yeah, he's a pig.
I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the biggest parallel I can draw is between Michael Scott from The Office and George from Seinfeld. And Michael Scott, yes, in the first season, I would have put him where George is. He was just like, why does anybody like this show? This guy is intolerable, whatever. But they corrected it. They still made him off kilter, the hopeless kind of guy, but they made him likable. George is not likable. There's not a thing that comes out of his mouth where I'm not going, oh, he's talking again. Just stop. So that's just my opinion. So let's see.
Yeah.
Back to that, we did that one. Fat Gadget. There's a strand of hair that's closer to the eyebrow on the 2.0. Ooh. Let me look at that.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm trying to look at. And I
That is
see
close
it.
to the
It's like
eyebrow.
right under. Yeah, it is closer to the eyebrow.
It's closer and it's thinner. Like this is like not a huge, because this is like a bigger strand, and yeah, that could very well be that little point there. But you see how this is kind of getting wider pretty early. You know, it's not like a long point. It's just
Yeah,
it's like
I see where it
a
stops at. It's a cutoff point. But this
yeah.
is what I was saying is like if he could angle it a little bit more, like the shot, our boy Bob, just so that way we can get a point of reference that it's like the same angle. You know,
I don't think
love you
Bob's
too,
here anymore. He
bro.
hasn't said anything in a while. I think we're
No, he
Bobless.
probably sleeping. He probably
Yeah,
sleeping.
I think we're
But
Bobless.
but in retrospect, like it's possible because remember we're looking at what you call it. This
I don't
is
see
a
a candy
not in
bar here.
hand. This is a not in hand photo for the DeLorean with the two
Yeah.
figures versus what we got here with Bob. And I'm like, it
To add to
looks.
it though, Bob did seem to think they were the same head sculpt. He said that they do look differently in hand compared to the pictures, both set of pictures that he's provided me of this.
Mhm.
However, we did not evaluate the hair, I think, Bob or I, when he made the determination. And I think
It,
that
it,
hair is the big thing. I mean, there's so many more strands you can see here, just so
mhm.
much more detail. And you look at this one, and it's almost flat in comparison.
But
And I
also,
know,
I
I
think
know
it's
the
also to
angle was
his
playing to it.
camera.
I know
It's
the angle was
focusing on the
playing to
outfit.
it, but
Yeah, the angle's playing to it, but also the details is like you know how when you focus on a figure and some of the essence, some of the details get lost because it's not focusing on a specific portion of it. Like when I see the Hot Toys photos, I see a lot of Photoshop in it. I see it heavily photoshopped. So
I'm trying to get as close as I can to this guy's
I
head here.
know, I know, I know, and
But
it still looks blurry. It still looks blurry, but I see in the very front it looks smooth. I see where you're
yes,
saying, like
not
right
only does
here
it
where
look
the
smooth,
part
but
is, where the
if
part
you
is.
see the strands, right? These strands are so much thicker than what we're seeing here.
Hmm.
But the picture here is a low. I mean, this is the best quality I'm going to get out of it, and it's
Hmm.
pixelated on my screen. So, but I can definitely see, shadows and everything from a whole bunch of strands. Whereas this is just like,
Hmm.
I don't know, it's just barely any. That the
Yeah, I
part I
know.
think is different.
The
This part
part
is not the
looks
same.
different. The part looks different, but I think it's accompanied due to the angle and the fact that the glass is adding to that
Yeah.
mystery. Because here's the thing: when you move the image a little bit more so we can see this Hot Toys photo. Just yeah, move that image a little bit more. There you
A little
go.
more.
So
Okay.
no, you're good, because I was looking at the big screen because there's a delay. When you see the glasses and you look at the silhouette of the face, what you would think would be hair, it's not hair. That's the actual the what you call it, the part that goes over the ear for the glasses.
Take it easy about Future. Have a good night.
Later
Thank you for
about future.
tuning in. Well, this here, this line right here, that's the
That
arm for
that
this side of the
yeah,
glasses. So,
the arm for the glasses. But if you look at the opposite end, that's also the arm that's by his eyes.
well, right here is an arm. This is hair, but
Uh huh.
I can see it better. This is your arm. It stops right here at the top of the eyebrow
No, it
and goes to
don't.
the other side of the head.
No, it
Yeah.
don't. It curves. It curves. It goes all the way down. It doesn't just stop at the. It doesn't go straight. It curves down. The
Uh,
sunglasses.
Clone Collector. Actually, I think it will. The DeLorean, I think, will fit in a DF-120 by itself. It's not as long as the Ecto One. And the
Yeah,
Ecto
DF
One
one
can
twenty.
almost fit in the DF-120 by itself, but you do need to join it with another one to definitely fit it. You're looking at 2.25 feet for the size of the DeLorean, and the Moducase DF-120, I think, is 54 inches, which is longer than that. So you got just enough room to put that in there. So DF-120 should fit it. You do want to get the weight package upgrade though for that 120 if you're going to put the car in there, just to make sure you can hold the weight of the car. Yeah. So Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. No, you're good. You just giving out the details. It's all good.
But what I can tell from this picture is, all right, so here's the finger, right? So this is you can see your mouse, yeah, right there. So this is where the sunglasses arm is at the top. This is where it meets the frame, right? And then it goes straight here. Okay.
I don't think so. It goes further down because if you look at the glasses, they curve.
Lou,
they curve,
I
bro.
got a better view than you, sir. I'm just saying. Unless you got your own.
I'm watching the monitor, bro.
Of what I'm doing or your own thing?
Yeah, I'm watching your monitor, bro.
All right. This here is a sideburn because look, he's got a sideburn here.
That's not a sideburn. That's part of the arm of the glasses. That's not a sideburn.
Hot Toys glasses don't have the around the ear bit. They don't have it. They go straight. There's like the hair will have like a little bit where it sits, like on my Terminator. It just sits into the hair like this. It doesn't go around the ear at all. Okay,
and this is what I'm saying. In the image itself, that's not hair. That's straight up an arm, and that's what I see. I see an arm. Regardless, if the Hot Toys physically itself doesn't have the bend, here in the image itself is clearly showing the arm bend. Just saying.
Okay. All right. Hold on, Lou. You're talking about the behind the ear arm bend, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like
that's what it looks like. But
like
remember,
on my glasses, about this picture right here?
Yes.
Okay. Here's gonna debunk this and ruin your day. Look over his
It's not gonna ruin my day. It's not gonna ruin my day. Because on the original, no. On the actual figure, you don't see a sideburn. On the actual figure, you don't see a sideburn. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
In order for these glasses to sit on his head, because you're obviously gonna be able to put them on his head, right? These aren't just gonna be for him to hold. They're gonna be able to put them on his head, right? Look at his hair here.
It's photoshopped. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Miles. You're not listening. But you're still not listening to me, Miles. That's what I'm saying. This photo that we're looking at is heavily photoshopped. You can tell because the glasses has an arm. Marty doesn't have sideburns that long. Not even in the movie, he doesn't have sideburns that long.
Okay, all right, but all right. Look, now let's look at both of these. Let me make my point. I listened to your point. Let me make my point. See this hair over his ear?
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. See this hair over his ear here?
It wouldn't go over.
There's no way the glasses are going to have the curve on the arm.
There's no disagreement there. But according to the image that they give us, it's an arm. It could dub as a sideburn, but then again, if we're looking at the image here and there, the way it's portrayed is that's an arm. It's like I said, this image is heavily photoshopped.
What's up, Randy Poser? How you doing? 6-scale lover. We're not arguing the arms being there. We're arguing the specifics of the arms having the wraparound for the ear.
For the actual figure. And I agree that they don't have it because none of them do. Even the Tom Holland Edith glasses don't have them either. Okay. That's not the issue. It's just the fact that this is a heavily rendered CGI and we're debating whether or not it's going to be a 2.0 or this is the same one we already received. That's basically it.
Yeah.
It's not so much of the arm.
Yeah. But yeah, we agree that the arms are there, though. We do agree it has arms, just whether or not it had the curve and that was sideburn or the curve.
Yeah, I believe it's just the CGI making it look like glasses, like official glasses, because having them look straight back and making it look like a toy is not something that Hot Toys really does when they do their promotional shots. They try to make it look as lifelike as possible, specifically with their Photoshop.
All right, so Randy Poser 6-scale lover, he's saying is they did on the BTTF, the Back to the Future. If you're talking about the reissue Back to the Future that they just came out with, he didn't come with the sunglasses at all, right?
Let's see.
I think somebody was mentioning that he didn't even come with sunglasses. You get Einstein instead.
Let's see. We'll find out right now. I'm gonna go look that up.
But the original one did come with sunglasses, so You know,
The
I'm not trying to
original did
argue.
come with sunglasses. Yes,
Yeah.
the
I don't
original
think the
did
new
come
one
with
did.
sunglasses, but the new one is what we're talking about right now. So
I think it came with a
that's
watch
what
or
it is.
something instead. Something instead, as somebody mentioned earlier in the stream.
Yeah, watch. I believe that was the other accessory. A
Yeah, the
watch.
original came with sunglasses. And so, what, Randy? Are you saying that the original it went around the ear? It had the arm would go around the ear, because that would be unique to that figure. That's for sure. Because my Terminator, it doesn't. And you said your Tom Holland Spider-Man doesn't.
Yeah, Tom Holland doesn't. I know Tom Holland doesn't. For a fact. My friend, let me go this way. This is the fastest way. Yeah, the new one does not come with it. He comes with Einstein, his board, the newspaper, the camera, the backpack, the interchangeable hands, the base, and the Walkman. He does not come with shades.
All right. Well,
So,
he says on
yeah.
the first one that it does wrap around the ear, and I guess that's true.
And that's the
I don't
first
have
one.
a piece to argue, so I don't know.
Now, let me go and dig up the 1.0.
All right, I'll give you full screen while you do that, so you can do that, and I'll be right back.
Copy that. Just give me a moment.
I'm just sitting here drinking.
Yes, don't drink too much, my friend. Images. By any means, what's the MMS number for the first one? Because that will be a great help. Hold up, even this one doesn't. That's not it. Looking for it, looking for it. I think this is the one that came with the guitar, right? Let me see, did that one? Yeah, that one did come with shades. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, they do come with shades. Yeah, the old one does come with shades. This is confirmed. Let me I can bring up the image.
Sorry, what's confirmed? What'd you do?
The shades in the first one, because I know the deluxe came with the guitar, right? The shades are right here.
Okay.
The shades are right there. And if you can look right where my finger is pointing on my mouse, right there, it looks like it could be an indentation in the plastic or a possible curve. But I'm looking for an actual image of the curve.
All right.
So
Well, I mean, I'm going to believe Randy. He seems to be on it. And Randy, yeah, it's great to have you here. I'm not usually up this early, to be honest with you. I'm usually my streams are usually at 6 p.m. Eastern, but I'm glad that you're here, man. I hope you subscribe. And we do toy photography streams on Tuesday, and of course you can watch that later. We talk with some of the Instagram toy photographers, and give everybody tips, tricks, and stuff. That's gonna be awesome. Later on this evening, I'm supposed to have a posing session. Lou, you said you're not gonna be able to make it tonight, right? You got another
tonight,
stream?
no, I got Figure Flex Friday with Lael at that time. And I think it's only an hour. I think that he started early because of me, because the first one was, flying off the seat of our pants kind of situation where the schedules was not meeting up and I was trying to, join in. And now it's a little earlier so that way I could be at the comfort of my home. And if we're going to flex, we could pick any figure we want. With me traveling, right, I'm regulated to just bring in 1 or 2 figures with me to work like I usually do. But at least if I'm home and we're comfortable, I could actually bust out all the accessories out of the box already, and I could just, have some fun, with them and talk shop. So I got the image. Here it is.
All right, let me get you back to the camera. Hold on. There we go. Whoop.
Well,
Yeah, it sure enough does bend, doesn't it?
Yep.
Wow.
There's the glasses.
And he actually, he's got much more hair strands. That could be the same head sculpt now. Bob's picture is not doing that justice. But then again, is this a prototype or is this the actual?
This is the review photos, and this is the actual. Here we go.
This is somebody's in-hand review, not a prototype.
Exactly.
All right, rock on then. Rock on.
Yep. Here's the glasses. Looking from the inside.
Yep. You are correct, sir. Sir, I'm going to
So-
give you a cookie, sir. You're going to have a cookie.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
But
Something, a
why
little,
are you
a little
dropping
bit
stuff?
more.
What are you doing? I don't want to look up your
I
nostrils.
got you. Hold on. Here we go.
That's weird, man.
See? And it goes right behind the hair, on the hair.
Yep, you're right. He does have
I'm
sideburns
also
too, though.
wrong. He does have sideburns. This version, but this is the Marty with the life preserver. This is not the same Marty with from the second film.
Yeah.
Because in the second film, you know, as times progress, you know, hairstyles change and stuff like that, and he's going into the future. And in this production, you can see
Going back
that.
to you.
Yep. In this production, you can see he has more of a sharp sideburn versus a thick sideburn.
Yeah.
And this is the version we're talking about that may or may not come with those glasses. See, I want this version. And if Hot Toys gives us a 2.0 of this, I'll gladly take it.
If I ever got a Marty that's currently available that they've either made or they've advertised to come, which would be 1, 2, or 3, just the standard ones, I'd go with 1. I like them with the Ventura skateboard, although it doesn't say
Gotcha.
Ventura on the skateboard, and the video camera. That's the look I would want. Although I don't like the head sculpt, that amalgamation between Eric Stoltz and Michael J. Fox head sculpt they got going on for that one. So
Yeah. Well, I might end up getting both if they do another, because I would love to see Marty, but not Marty see Marty, but Marty see his son.
yeah, you could do that moment. Yeah, you can make him his son instead of Marty. So.
Yeah. Plus, the only way to get the hoverboard is to have the one from part 2. That's the only way to get
Or the
hoverboard.
new one from part 3, isn't that going to come with the hoverboard too? I think it does.
That's true. That one does too, but then I'll have to get all 3.
Randy says, if you remember correctly, the BTT Back to the Future Part 2 had a switch out hair sculpt with the cap.
Ooh, nice.
You know what's a shame though is I think up until recently you could have gotten Part 2 Marty for a decent price, but I think you would need to go scalping eBay right now to possibly still get it at a decent price, because I think it's going to start shooting up.
Yeah, but you know what? Just having the vehicle enough suffices for me, and the fact that I could get Back to the Future Marty, you know, that's good. And then if I want to go Clint Eastwood style, I can still get that hoverboard look, you know, and still kind of recreate that Marty see a Marty thing, but it won't be Marty seeing his son. So, you know, like I could take a L and just like, okay, I can bypass it, because honestly, I do not want to feed the scalpers. You know, it's like, it doesn't go up in value because, you know, it's sold out. You know, it goes up in value because something new came to go with it. Right. Yeah. And then people just jack up the price. And some people who have the money that love to burn money, they go and feed that same stuff. But you also got this, which is something I found out, you know, with the Mezco stuff. And that's basically people who would buy their own stuff, right, under a different address, right, and different name altogether, just to jack up the price.
Yeah, I hate that.
You know, it's like, I don't see somebody buying Venom for $1,000. Literally, I just think somebody jacked it up, because whoever did buy it, and if it is real, they're hanging themselves right now, because you can get one with more accessories just for $40 more.
So CT is asking, what are the options for Doc? A Doc currently is, if you want to go with the new version, you only have Part 1 and Part 3 Doc. Part 2 Doc is an older figure. You'd have to go second aftermarket to get a Part 2 dock at this current point in time. They do not have a Part 2 dock. What's weird is I search for Back to the Future and I don't see Part 1 Marty here. That's weird.
No,
That's weird. What the hell? This is my results right now. This is crazy.
Oh, just type. You typed in Back to the Future? No. Just type in Marty. Just type in Marty.
Oh, well, it's weird that. Well, I typed this in because I want to see Doc really. So, but I just noticed that the Part 1 Marty's not here. So
I was just on it and I just clicked it off. I was looking at Marty, and he's there. He's there. But obviously it's a Sideshow exclusive, so you're limited to one per person, so no one can scalp it. And try to whatever. And if you put an NRD on it, it's only $28.
Yeah.
So can't go wrong, man.
I don't know. I the more we're talking about it, the more I kind of want to get this, but I would need that Marty. And I don't want the Part 3 ones, man. I mean, I like the look of the Part 3 ones. Don't get me wrong. I do like the looks of them, but I know, like, you get him in the car, you got to take his hat off. You have to take the hat off.
Maybe they'll have the interchangeable scope and they just throw that in like they did with the first Marty.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of Doc's head sculpt on the Part 3. I don't like the way the hair's done.
Yeah, it looks a little off. But everyone knows that you need the first, Back to the Future duo. It's just nice to have some cohesiveness with your vehicles and your characters.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd get a custom Darth Vader costume for my Marty if I got a Marty.
Oh yeah,
the radiation suit. I'd get it.
Yes. You got to get the Darth Vader look or the Invader from space. See, I know my stuff, bro.
I totally would want that. Yeah, I know Einstein is not a great looking piece, but there are worse things in life. You can always switch out him with Grogu.
Yeah. Or you could give him a good wash. That's it. Give him a nice little, wash, and he'll be fine. Like the animals, they always miss with the animals. I think didn't they miss with the cat for Ripley? Didn't the cat look a little off?
Oh yeah, Jonesy looks horrible.
Jonesy was horrible, right? But when you look at the one for Captain Marvel, it's a little bit more spot on.
That one could actually pass for Jonesy, except for the bell around his neck.
Except for the bell around the neck, yeah. And then what was the other animal that we got? A little pet. Spider-Man the cat.
Speaking about the bell around the neck, man, Jonesy really needed a bell around his fucking neck.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Could have saved so many lives right there if the cat just had a bell around his neck in the first Alien movie. I'm sorry, I missed your question. Man. I want to make sure I got that out before we miss it.
No. That was all good. But the other Spider-Man the cat is the other animal that we have in the Hot Toys. Because I don't remember them doing any other canines or felines,
Yeah.
But it is what it is. This is going to be a buy. I may hold off until there's a cutoff point, But if there's no NRD, I'll lock it, and then I'll just backtrack some of the other stuff. Look at that. See.
I just want.
That's how you pose. That's how you pose. From now on, that's how you pose.
JC Hong liked this picture.
See, respect.
Dude.
Respect. See,
and
I'm happy I've been on your ass about that.
Viva Lay, or whatever the guy that did the sculpt, he's actually following me.
Yeah.
Now, so
there you go, man.
What's up, H Green?
H Green, what's up, brother?
Oh yeah, we should probably get the actual news for you to wake up to, eh? Boom.
There you go.
There's the fire, man. There's the fire. He said this is not what he wanted to wake up to in the morning. You got plenty of time though. You got till quarter 3 of 2023 before this is due.
I say quarter 3 with delays.
And we're looking at 750 to 850 USD. Hong Kong's got it at 604 for the second batch, and 90 or 670 for the second batch, and 904 for the first batch.
I'm guesstimating 750 to 800.
Excuse me. Let me mute
Miles
this.
got 800 to 850, right? Yeah,
Sorry, I
that's
congestion going on.
That's all that coffee and Monster you putting down your throat, bro.
And this probably ain't helping either.
Oh, you got a brew?
No, though. I ain't doing no brew at 6 in the morning. I haven't slept yet. I'll pass right out. Even though I had the Monster and 2 coffees. Huh?
But yeah, that's the way to go. Just get yourself hyped up, and it's like, okay, I gotta wind down. Coffee crash with a side of beer, and you good. I do it all the time.
But
I gotta stop doing it.
I'm just hoping we hear from Blitzway here soon in regards to the Ecto 1. I really want to see them pop that down now. Be like, oh, hold my beer, Hot Toys.
Well,
hold my beer. Here's the Ecto 1.
I can see that happening during the summer.
You think it's going to take the summer before we actually see the pre-order stuff for it?
Yeah, because remember the last time we spoke and had an in-depth discussion about the Ecto 1, the problem was the ghost trap for the bottom, so that way the RC can have that platform to go down, and rigging the chair with the door so that way when it opens it has that mechanism to slide out. You know what I mean? Because everything that the Ecto 1 has, the original one, is changed up for this film in one way or another, especially in the inside. Also, you got to take in consideration this. Everything on the Ecto 1, you think it doesn't function, it functions. So having that same thing plus re-engineering it for what we're getting and then trying to make every single one of those accurate with the rust and the dust and all that other stuff, it's going to cost a pretty penny. That would definitely cost more than the original. But I say it should be more along the lines of summertime. That, like, I'll say late spring, early summer, that we should see something. And that's a prediction. It's not like I got the scoop. I'm guessing based on what we got on the infos because it's delayed. So that means they're either working on another project and then they're going to go back to it and revisit it, or it's an ongoing problem that they're trying to fix and they can't announce anything yet because, what they're going to say, oh yeah, we're still messing up, but it'll come. No, they gave us a little poster board. We got a little sprinkle of info here from a Boston spy, and just wait. That's it.
Well, I was checking through my stuff here while you're talking and stuff. It looks like Dante was on about half an hour ago, so I sent him a link in case he wants to pop in, but something tells me he probably won't. But I sent the invite.
Yeah. Gotcha. But you know what? As long as you send an invite, man, and people pop up, that's it, man. Some people.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. As far as streaming at this early in the morning, sometimes people is like, yo, I can't be so loud, but I will talk about this and just whisper into the mic and stuff like that. Because when you get into a conversation, you get very loud and animated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So especially if you have family in the house, if it's just the wife, it's okay.
Opposite side of the house is my wife right now, who's still asleep. She's upstairs, and I'm on the other side of the house from the stairs, even. So.
Oh no, I'm a jerk. Sometimes I'm like right there, a door next to my wife. My wife was like, "Babe, you too loud" on the text message, and I'm like this. Then use earplugs. That's why I bought them.
But Adrian says he wanted to wake up to see the release for Ahsoka this morning.
Sorry. I'm still waiting for Miles, the Into the Spider-Verse Miles, so that way I can have both of them pop in together, brother.
Dude, I actually kind of want that one more than Ahsoka right now. Not that I don't want Ahsoka, because I got them both on order, but Miles, at least I'll be able to pose more.
Yeah, you can have some fun. See, I can get Ahsoka into crazy poses. It's just that I can't do nothing more than a 30-degree bend.
Yeah, her arms are going to limit the hell out of her posing. So
yeah, and you know me, I bend my figures, but because she's a female figure, all these female figures suffer that same issue.
Yeah.
You know,
So
like Hot Toys need to learn from Fison a little bit. I'm just saying.
what's up, Doc Collector? What's the price? Everybody wants to know the price, man.
Too rich for your blood.
There's Toys Wonderland, which is the best thing we got for pricing right now. We're guesstimating between $750 to $850 USD for the DeLorean. But yeah, that's what Toys Wonderland's got it at right now for your first and second batches. And you also see here Q2, Q3, 2023 is the projected release date. It's got tons of light up features on it. All the entire console is lit up. The flux capacitor and stuff in the back is lit up, and of course your wheels light up, as well as your headlights here, and the brake lights and stuff in the back light up. We'll actually go back to that here.
Yep.
There's your headlight. We also got your parking lights here. There's your flex capacitor lit up there. There's your back, so you get your exhaust lit up here. All this stuff lights up, and then even the bottom of it has lights on it, guys. The bottom of it's got lights. That's not the best bottom pitch. There we go. So you got all of that lighting up. So this is gonna be a great piece. This is gonna be a nice centerpiece in your collection if you have the space for it. Lou, you're outside. And you're frozen, or mic's off, or something. Must be getting breakfast or going home or something. I can't tell. He's frozen. He's just there. He's gone. No. Ace Green, man, have a great night. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully we'll see you this evening, right? Talk more about this when we get everybody on this evening. But yeah, this is something we were all wondering if it was going to even drop. I was showing people the Toy Sapien post where they showed you the first one, and it wasn't there. It said sold out when you looked at the first one. If you go to Toy Sapien, why is it not? Come on. Toy Sapien, yeah, you go to Toy Sapien, they had it, the original one here, and if you zoomed in, this isn't the best example, but for the DeLorean, it said sold out. There was a better one, you could see it. I don't know where it went. I think it was this one. Yeah, so there you'd be able to see the DeLorean was sold out. So, up until just today, the DeLorean was just not going to be a thing. But, Hot Toys said, hold my beer. We have the part 2 one we're coming out with. I hit add to the stream, Lou. Where'd you go? Lou was here, and then he wasn't here. Hopefully he's back now. So, yeah, I kind of would like to see the first one again, but, the second one's a great substitution if you can't get the first one. Right, there he is again. Ooh. Your mic cut out. Oh, you gotta be quiet. Shh. Don't tell him there's a party going on. So yeah, guys, this is the first one. We're not getting the first one. We are getting the second one with the hover conversion kit, light up wheels, all kinds of stuff. If you guys have any questions about this thing, we got all the information right now. I'm feeling though it doesn't say anything about diecast, anything in the description. It doesn't mean there isn't some, but I think in order to keep the weight down for this stand, it's not going to have a lot of extra weight to it in regards to diecast or anything like that. It's going to be very plasticky as far as what you're getting. Minimal amounts of metal on it just to keep this able to suspend on this particular very flimsy looking stand that doesn't have a lot of extra wide base here to distribute something heavy, and as well as this looks like it's just a piece of hollow plastic, so it's not going to have. What are you pointing down to? I don't. Oh, he went away again. So it doesn't have a lot of extra distribution area for the weight, and it doesn't have a lot of. This looks like it's a hollow plastic piece, so this is not going to hold up a heavy item like that's got a lot of die cast or anything going on. This is going to hold up something that is very minimally weighted for its size. And so you do need to keep that in mind. It's going to be plasticky. It's going to have a lot of plastic on it. Would I be tempted to get this if the price is decent? I'm tempted to get it now, but the problem is that I had to make a decision a few months ago between this and an Ecto 1, and I chose the Ecto 1, which is still going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Blitzway's got the license. They intend to make it. It's just a matter of when. So the Afterlife Ecto 1 is what I personally chose because I had to choose between the two due to finances. Now, if I find $900 or something in a couch cushion, StreamYard apparently is making me speak in slow motion. That's why he's in and out. Am I speaking in slow motion to you guys, or is that just on him? What was I saying? So, yeah, I had to make that choice. It had to be between Ecto 1 and this guy, and I chose the Ecto 1. But it's not to say if I don't find the money laying around that I won't try to make it happen. I do have a year and change, hopefully, to get an order locked in for it, but I'm not going to push my luck with my marriage to get it. So there's that. I had to make the choice, and I'm not regretting the choice at all. The only part that gives me any kind of regret is the fact that I can't look at what my Ecto 1 is going to look like yet. They've just teased it and have not shown us anything as to what it will actually look like. So, and it will be more expensive. We're projecting the Ecto 1 to be around $1,500, if not more. So, with that in mind, there's almost double the price of this thing. Not quite, but very close to double the price of this thing for the Ecto 1. But the Ecto 1 is bigger too. So what do you guys think, man? This is the reality. This is here in your face. This is saying you can order it, but is anybody else in the same boat as me? Ecto 1 or the DeLorean? I'm curious to know if there's anybody in the same boat as me. And as you guys are thinking about that, please make sure you hit the like button. And please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I could use all the love you guys are willing to share with me. It'd be very nice to have that love. Lou should be back soon, I hope. We don't know for sure. He said he's having some problems, so he had to reboot. But yeah, guys, this is beautiful. This is an awesome looking vehicle. I like it with the wheels down like this, though, personally. If I were to own it, it would probably be sitting like this, something similar to this, or as awesome as that, and just the full-on sexiness of the sports car that it's modeled after, I don't need it hovering, especially with the hovering wheels being wrong for the movie. Because when it's hovering, as it was pointed out during the stream, these wheels shouldn't be underneath the DeLorean. They should be up in the wheel wells and actually, I think, out to the side, but not lower than the actual chassis of the machine. So that is a discrepancy between the movie and what you're getting. But yeah, if this was up in the wheel well, that height, and not below it, it'd be spot on. It'd look great. But look at that, light up wheels. Great there. That's beautiful. You get your light up interior. This is all lit up here. Get your light up on your fog light here on the left side. Of course, on the right side. Brake lights, your exhaust lights. It's just awesome. And of course, you can see this lit up here. I love it. I love it. I just, I had to make that choice. That's all there is to it. Guys, have any questions, man? Anything else you'd like to talk about tonight while you got me here? I'm wired, guys. I've had 2 cups of coffee and a Monster. What do they mean by interior controls? As far as the light up stuff, it's exactly what they're saying. So if you look here, you got all of these are interior controls here. So you got your, this is all lit up. This is lit up. That's lit up. That's all lit up. This is not stickers. This is all lit up. Oh no, Lou, you were here, then you left again. And on the back side, or in the other side of the car, this lights up. This lights up. Of course, the flux capacitor lights up, but it's not lit up in that shot. You can see it actually through the windshield here, lit up. So all of this is lit up here. So, oh wait, there's a message from Lou. Oh wait, what? StreamYard is acting up on his end. Well, damn, Lou. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm very upset now. I'm upset at Lou and StreamYard. I think it's a conspiracy. It's my luck in life. But yeah, this is the only information we've gotten from Hot Toys tonight. Is that this is now going to be up for pre-order. I don't think Sideshow's got it up yet. I will refresh Sideshow right now. But they probably won't have it up until 10 a.m. Eastern at the earliest, but more likely. Hey, there's
Yes.
You're back.
I'm back. It's here. Well, my coworker.
Man.
No. Because it happens often with my phone when I end up disconnecting from Wi-Fi. StreamYard will start acting weird on my end. So, like, I'll hear everybody either like a chipmunk or slow-mo, and the camera relay is the same. And then when I try to speak, I can't tell if you're responding to me or if you can hear me or if I'm coming in just the way I hear you guys. So
coming through great right now. Let me answer Chris real quick. Christopher, man, hey, how you doing? Thanks for checking out the toy photography stuff. I'm very excited about that. As far as using my hashtag, anything if you use the hashtag InvaderMoz, that means that we have license to talk about your picture during the show. That's all. And I won't pull punches, but I'll, of course, I'll try to find the pluses and the minuses, or if it's all pluses or if it's all minuses, I don't know, I'll try to balance it out. Constructive criticism, I feel, is the most helpful to any photographers that are trying to get better. So,
yeah, that or he busts your chops. I'm just saying.
No, I try to be.
I'm messing with you. I'm busting your chops now.
I know. But yeah, and in the coming weeks, I'm going to have 1/6 shooter on with me, and as I was mentioning earlier, he is an actual paid toy photographer guy, so he gets paid money to do that stuff, or maybe he gets paid in toys. I haven't asked about his actual pay, but I know he gets paid. He professionally does, that stuff. So unlike me, who's still a dreamer to get paid for it, he actually gets paid for it. But yeah, dude, you went and grabbed some breakfast, I see.
Oh yeah, I had to get breakfast and coffee because if I'm gonna, and it's raining outside, so I did it just before it rained. So I picked tennis shoes today instead of boots, like an idiot. But it gives me time to chill. My coworker's, here. She's coming back up, and I'm gonna end up signing off so that way I can get ready to go and eat my breakfast and change shifts and whatnot. So guys, if you haven't. Yeah, get out at 7, but it's going to be a little earlier now. So, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow Maz on his Instagram. All right, he got great photos. Okay,
it's all in the description down below, just like Loco Lu and stuff down there. You froze up. There you go.
No, I'm gonna say peace. I gotta go. What's up?
You said, how would you say we balance the pre-orders for this and the Spider-Man figures if you're buying both?
You pay off one this summer. That's how you do it.
Yeah, pay off something
because
as early as you can.
Everyone's waiting to pay when it's the last minute. Why don't you just pay it off, and you guys would be good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or put it in your savings account now. Get that money set aside for it now.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever way you want to do it. But Lou, if you got to go, man, I get it, man. You're gonna be on
Figure out, yeah. Figure Flex Friday. Yeah.
Figure Flex Friday later on.
And it's supposed to be about an hour, but if anything, we're gonna, if it goes past an hour, we'll be all right. But if you're still on, I'll pop in. So just send me a link anyway.
All right, man. Have a good night. Enjoy. Have fun.
All right.
Getting
Thanks.
home.
Have a good one.
Later.
Yeah, I know, right? I gotta swim. Peace, guys.
Peace, man. Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
See, Chris, fantastic. I'm looking for the constructive criticism. Thanks for responding. Yeah, definitely, man. That's why I'm here. Although I've been going on for 3 hours now, so it is getting late. I have not slept yet, so I may take off here. I know my wife's just getting up, so she's not going to be happy to come downstairs to hear me yapping and yapping and yapping. But guys, nobody thought this was going to happen. It's happened. DeLorean from Back to the Future Part 2. Speculation that we may see a new Marty from Part 2 and maybe a new Doc from Part 2. Not confirmed yet at all. This could very well be just the old ones used in the photographs. Hot Toys can do that. They have done that in the past. So we haven't been able to determine for sure if these aren't just the 1.0s or if these are a 2.0. So with that in mind, though, this thing is awesome. It's going to light up all over the place, interior, exterior. You probably want to invest in a soak reactor, though, once you figure out what kind of batteries it's going to take. Have that all set up and ready for when you get this thing in Q2, Q3 of 2023, guys. So with that, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I would very much appreciate it. I'll be on later on tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing some posing with Harry and H Green, I believe, unless I hear anything different. We're going to do some spider posing. We're going to have spider figures and we're going to be posing off. And then tomorrow night, we'll be on again just to talk about everything that's happened this week at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern are the toy photography streams where we go over toy photography. Just I work specifically with Hot Toys, but some of the other photographers work with smaller, 112s or, whatever they work with. So it's a whole bunch of information that we go over. So with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being here, staying with me this late. I appreciate it. You guys have a great evening, and I hope to see you later on when I come back. So thanks a lot so much, guys. Have a good night. Peace.